Get ready for it.
The anime begins with a boy named Denji, who was sleeping in an old factory. He leaves for work as soon as he wakes up, because he has a lot of debt on him. To pay for it, he has also sold one of his kidneys and his right eye. But even after doing all this, he still has to pay 38,040,000 yen, for which he is working as a devil hunter. Along with him, we also see his devil pet. Its name is Pachita and it has the power of a chainsaw. Together with it, Denji kills the other devil and gets some money in return. But in reality, he was doing all this under compulsion to pay off Yakuza's debt. He and Pachita are still out to kill a devil. Both come to a place where a tomato devil is in front of them. Denji kills the devil with the help of Pachita's chainsaw. After some time, Yakuza also comes here and Denji was working for him. Yakuza sells the dead devil on the black market. He gives Denji some money for this work. But after paying all the bills and interest, Denji only has 1,800 yen left. He keeps the remaining money with him, with the help of which he was going to manage the rest of his expenses. He tells Pachita that today dinner is gonna be a slice of bread. That's when we see that Yakuza and his driver were also here. The driver asks Yakuza why hire a brat like that to hunt devils. Yakuza then replies that he's paying off what he owes us and it was his deadbeat old man's debt. The real devil hunters don't pass devil cases on to Yakuza, but Denji does what he is told by Yakuza. Yakuza's driver then comes to Denji. He calls him dog and says that if he eats this cigarette, he will give him 100 yen. Denji is ready to do anything for a bit of cash. That's why he eats the cigarette. Yakuza tells Denji that when there is another devil, I will contact you. After this, he leaves from here by giving money to Denji. Now Denji takes the cigarette out of his mouth and happily tells Pachita that this money will keep us for another 3 days. Denji returns to his place and feeds Pachita bread. He tells Pachita that normal people eat bread with jam. But this thing is a dream for us, because Denji still had a lot of debt, so he feels that he will not be able to pay his debt even before he dies. Denji also wants to live a happy and peaceful life like other people's. He dreams that he too has a girlfriend and goes on a date with her. But Denji doesn't think any of his dreams will come true. After that, he starts thinking about that time when his father committed suicide by hanging. But Denji's father had not paid that month's installment before he died. So, Yakuza asks Denji to pay 70,000 yen and for this he gives him only 1 day. Because he does care about anything and asks Denji to pay the installments by any means. So if he could not pay the installment, then Yakuza would kill him and sell his body parts. After saying this, Yakuza leaves in his car. Now Denji is very sad at this time and he could not understand what to do. That's when the chainsaw devil comes here. Seeing this, Denji gets very scared. But still he was not afraid to die and says that if you are gonna kill me, just do it. Because I am dead either way. Now Denji is ready to die and closes his eyes. But the chainsaw devil doesn't kill him. Because at this time he too was badly injured and was about to die. Denji gets scared seeing this. Because he doesn't want to die like his father. He asks the devil to drink his blood. Because he had heard that human blood would heal the devil's wound. Now the chainsaw devil didn't even want to die. So he agrees to Denji and starts drinking his blood. But in reality, Denji was not doing this for free. In return, he makes a deal with the devil. He tells devil that I have helped you, so now you have to help me too, because I don't want to die either. Denji then teams up with the chainsaw devil to kill the other devil and asks Yakuza to hire him as a devil hunter, because he wanted to work for him to pay off the debt. Hearing this, Yakuza agrees. Now, Denji was trying to sleep, but due to hunger, he could not even sleep. Apart from this, he was also remembering about his debt. He is sharing all these things with Pachita, but Pachita was excited to hear about his dreams. Denji then tells him that I want to put jam on my bread and share it with you. Then I am gonna flirt with a girl. I will play video games with her and then we will fall asleep hugging each other. Pachita also gets happy after hearing this. Suddenly Denji starts coughing and during this also takes out blood from his mouth, due to which both Pachita and Denji get nervous. Denji then tells Pachita that my mom died from some heart disease that made her cough up blood. Just then, Yakuza knocks on the door. He tells Denji that we have come to know about another devil, so gets ready for work immediately. Hearing this, Denji sits in his car, after which, he brings him through a forest path near an old factory. Denji goes inside the old factory with Yakuza, but he could not see any devil here, so he starts talking to Yakuza about it and says that he might have left. But at this time Yakuza was not responding to any of his words and suddenly he stops at one place. Now Denji gets a little surprised by this. Yakuza tells him that you are as loyal as a dog and you work for cheap like one. But only problem with dogs is I cannot stand the stench. But Denji could not understand that why he was doing such things. Suddenly, someone attacks from behind, in which Pochita along with Denji also gets badly injured. Yakuza starts telling Denji that I am thinking of making even more money. Then we learn that he has also made a deal with the devil. He then merges with the body of the devil, because Yakuza wanted to get demonic power, and that devil wanted to kill all devil hunters. Denji sees that all the devil hunters have been possessed by the devil, because this devil has given him some demonic power. In return, they have agreed to become its slave. But in reality the devil is a zombie devil. Therefore, because of its given power, they all have become zombies. Zombie devil hates devil hunters because they go around killing devils. So he wants to kill him also. After this, Jomi devil orders his men to kill Denji. But Denji wants to live, so he does not want to die in their hands in any condition and starts running to save his life. Seeing this, all the zombies start chasing him. Now Denji also tries his best to avoid them, but this time he was injured badly. Therefore, he cannot escape from them for a long time. After chasing for some time, a zombie comes very close to him and attacks him with his weapon. Now because of this he gets injured and falls down. This time he could do nothing to save himself. After this, all the zombies start attacking on him one by one. Denji starts screaming furiously in pain. But now he was stuck in the middle of them, and he does not even have enough strength to fight with them. During this, he starts thinking that he did not want to become rich. Rather, he just wanted to live a normal life. But it looks like he won't be able to have that either. After this, Denji keeps screaming in pain, while all the zombies together cut him into pieces. They kill Denji and Pochita and throw them in the garbage. But then Denji's blood enters Pochita's mouth. Because of this it regains consciousness. With this, it starts remembering the moments spent with Denji and his words. He starts thinking about that time when he and Denji were cutting trees in the forest, where Denji was telling Pochita that there is a good chance he is gonna die fighting a devil. But his only regret would be leaving it on its own, because some other devil hunter might kill it, or it could end up staring to death. He gets very upset thinking about all these things. He then tells Pochita that he have heard that some devils can take over dead bodies. So if that is something it can do, then he wants it to have his body. Then Pochita can move out of here, because Denji wants Pochita to live a normal life and die a normal death. After this he lifts Pochita in his hands and says that you have gotta make my dream come true. After remembering these things, Pochita gives his heart to Denji and starts merging himself with his body. Due to it, Denji's severed body parts are reunited. After some time Denji also regains consciousness. He sees a flashback where Pochita was in front of him. Denji asks if it has taken his body, like he said. Then Pochita says that I always loved hearing you talk about your dreams. So, here is the deal. I will give you my heart, and in exchange, I want you to show me your dream. On hearing this, Denji immediately opens his eyes. But this time he was completely surprised, because there was no trace of wound on his body and he was completely healed. Just then does he see the chainsaw's key in his chest, which was actually in Pochita's tail. Denji does not see Pochita anywhere, so he understands the whole thing. But all the zombies were still roaming here and the zombie devil is very surprised to see Denji alive. At this time Denji was standing right in front of it, so the zombie devil doesn't understand how Denji is still alive. But it did not want to see Denji alive in any condition, so he again sends his men to kill him. On receiving his order, all the zombies start running towards Denji to kill him. Seeing this, Denji also gets ready to face them. He starts remembering the moments spent with Pochita, because even though he wanted to live a normal life, but still he was very happy with Pochita. After this he rewinds everything once again. He says that if you get in our way, then you will die. Now as soon as the group of zombies comes to attack him, Denji pulls the key of chainsaw, but they had no idea what was going to happen to them and together they all go to eat him. The zombie devil thinks that his zombies will kill Denji. Suddenly he hears the sound of chainsaw. Because of this, he is completely shocked. After this, Denji comes out killing everyone. His body was completely changed and body parts were changed into chainsaw. Because of this change, Denji was looking terrifying. Now even the zombie devil is surprised to see this, because Denji was neither a human nor a devil at this time. So they understand that the chainsaw devil has merged with his body. Denji then starts attacking them using his chainsaw power and injures the zombie devil badly. Because of this, the zombie devil gets very angry and throws Denji away from here. Meanwhile, a zombie attacks him with a rod. But nothing happens to Denji from this attack and after that he starts killing everyone one by one. Now zombie devil gets very scared and starts throwing its own people at him to save itself. But even this does not stop Denji from moving forward and he brutally kills everyone. After this, he jumps and goes to attack the zombie devil as well. Seeing this, the zombie devil tries to stop him with its tentacles, but the zombie devil still can't stop him and Denji attacks it with his chainsaw. Now the zombie devil is unable to do anything to save itself and Denji cuts its body into 2 pieces. At this time Denji was looking very dangerous and seeing this the condition of all the zombies got worse. Denji says that you guys went full devil, but you hired me to become a devil hunter, so I better kill all the devils. After saying this, he brutally kills everyone. After some time, a car comes here, out of which 3 official devil hunters come out. They are shocked to see the inside view. The lady devil hunter says that someone has come here even before us. Then his eyes go to Denji. His whole body was covered with blood. That lady devil hunter comes in front of him without fear. She was also very beautiful in appearance. She looks at Denji and says that you are very strange, because you are neither human nor devil. But Denji doesn't answer any. She then smiles and says that you did this. Just then Denji is about to fall down, but the girl hugs Denji and stops him from falling down. After this, Denji's body changes and he comes in his human form. Then a devil hunter asks any chance he is possessed. To this the girl says no, because she can tell who is possessed with a look at their face. Now the girl tells Denji that she is a devil hunter with public safety, and she came here to kill the zombie devil. She gives Denji 2 options. First, she can kill him like a devil, and second, she can keep him as a human and will make sure he is fed. Hearing this, Denji looks at all the dead zombies once. He then asks the girl what is for breakfast, to which the girl lovingly replies that bread with butter, jam, salad and coffee. But this time Denji was looking the girl very carefully, and then says that that sounds awesome. The girl is going somewhere with him in her car, but Denji is hungry. That's why it is coming sound from his stomach. Now the girl asks Denji his name and says that I need to tell you something right now. Hearing this, Denji listens carefully to her words. Makima tells Denji that she expect yes or woof for answers, and she does not need a dog that says no, because from now on, he is in her care. Denji is shocked to hear this from her, but he has to obey her. The girl also tells Denji that when they get dogs that are not helpful, they put them down. Now Denji gets angry with the girl due to this, because he started liking her, but she is behaving like a dog with him, whereas Denji thought that the girl was very nice and kind. Meanwhile, Denji misses Pachita and has become sad to remember about his death. But Denji was very hungry. Knowing this, the girl tells him that we have not had breakfast yet either, so let's grab something at the rest area. Hearing this, Denji immediately refuses her, because he doesn't have any cash. On this, the girl says that whatever he wants to eat, select it, because she will pay for that. She then gives Denji her shirt to wear, and says that you are conspicuous without a shirt on. Now Denji is surprised to see her kindness and wears the shirt given by her. Denji was also very happy with this, because all his life people have avoided him, saying he is filthy and smell bad. Also, no one has ever been nice to him before. Denji is very much attracted by the girl's beauty and now started liking her. After some time, Denji comes with the girl to a restaurant, where he selects udon and sausage to eat, while the girl wants to take curry udon. Hearing this, Denji says, that sounds good too. After that, surprises and falls on the girl. Seeing this, the girl wakes him up. Denji then tells him that it will be 1100 yen altogether, so I think I am a little low on blood right now. Hearing this, the girl asks how did he end up like this. Denji then tells him that she will not believe this, but he had a pet devil and he replaced my heart and died for my sake. So it is hard to believe and I do not really wanna believe it either. Now the girl is also surprised to hear this. She tells Denji that there's not a lot of precedent for your condition, even from a historical perspective, but it doesn't even have a name and she believes him. Denji is shocked to hear this from her. That's when the girl says that she have got a particularly good sense of smell, so she can tell that his best friend is alive inside of him, because Denji's body has the sense of both a human and a devil. Now Denji could not believe that this could happen, but still this thing was very amazing for him and he faints again. After some time he regains consciousness, where the girl is sitting next to him and his breakfast is also kept in front of him. At this time Denji was very hungry, so he asks the girl that can he eat it. The girl then asks if he is alright, and can he eat on his own. On this, Denji says that he cannot, after which the girl starts feeding Denji with her own hands, and Denji starts enjoying breakfast. Meanwhile, he asks the girl her name, after which the girl tells him her name is Makima. Denji asks her if is there a type of guy he like. Hearing this, Makima thinks for a while and then says that she is into the Denji type. Now Denji is surprised and says, dude, that's me. After this, Denji starts moving forward from here with Makima. But at this moment, he was only thinking about Makima's words, because she said that she is into the Denji type. This makes Denji feel that Makima likes him, so he tells himself that he like her too, Miss Makima. Now after some time Makima comes in front of a building with Denji, which was the Tokyo headquarters for devil hunters. Makima takes Denji inside the headquarters. She tells Denji that there are over 1,000 devil hunters in Tokyo, including civilians, but public safety has the best benefits, and a lot of paid vacation time. Denji thinks that if Miss Makima likes him, then maybe if they work together, they will eventually get together. So, Denji wants to get together with her real bad. Now Makima gives Denji the devil hunter's uniform to wear. He comes immediately after changing the uniform, after which Makima introduces him to Hayakawa, who had started 3 years before. Makima tells Denji that he is going to be shadowing Hayakawa today. Denji is completely shocked to hear this, because he thought that he would team up with Makima. Now Hayakawa forces him to take Denji with him, and says that he is not in her league. Still, Denji refuses to move in with Hayakawa, because he only wanted to work with Makima. Seeing this, Makima tells Denji that if he does a good job, they can work together someday. Denji then gets ready to go with Hayakawa. He asks Hayakawa if Miss Makima has a boyfriend, but Hayakawa doesn't answer him. Seeing this, Denji starts shouting at him, after which Hayakawa brings Denji with him to a place and beats him very badly. But Denji could not understand why he is beating him. Hayakawa then asks Denji to quit the job, and also warns him that if he appeared to him tomorrow, then he will kick his ass again. Hearing this, Denji starts asking Hayakawa the reason for this. Then Hayakawa says that people who start this job without thinking it through end up dead, because he had colleagues who got into devil hunting for the payday, but it got them all killed by devils, and the survivors are the ones with real motivation. Hayakawa thinks that Denji is just after Makima. That's why he took the job. So he asks Denji to quit his job as a devil hunter. Hearing all his words, Denji says ding ding. Hayakawa then says that he will let her know that Denji ran off scared away by the devils. After this, he throws his cigarette at Denji, spits and starts leaving from here. But then Denji suddenly attacks his balls from behind. As a result, Hayakawa falls down in a single kick. But Denji was very angry. That's why he kicks his balls many times. Denji tells Hayakawa that he got treated like a decent human being for the first time, and even had someone pay for his meal. So it is like a dream come true for him. Denji says that he did not really think it through when he started devil hunting. But if he get to keep up this kind of life, he does not care if it kills him and it is not just his life anymore. Now Hayakawa also angrily punches Denji, and says that Makima is not the kind of woman a punk like you should be chasing. Hearing this, Denji understands that Hayakawa also likes Makima. He then kicks his balls again and forces him to give up. After some time Denji comes to Makima with Hayakawa. He tells her that Hayakawa's testicles were attacked by the nut devil. But then Hayakawa tells that Denji is lying. Seeing this, Makima asks if they think they two can work together. Denji then says that no way, he is a piece of trash. Hearing this, Makima says that I am glad two are hitting it off. She then asks Denji to join Hayakawa's unit. But Hayakawa is not happy with this at all. He says that he has already got enough troublemakers, so adding another, he doesn't know what will happen. Makima then says that your team has an experimental one, operating differently from the usual method. Hearing this, Hayakawa asks what exactly he is, after which Makima tells him that Denji is human but can transform into a devil. However, Hayakawa could not believe this, because he always figured those stories were baseless rumors. Then Makima says that Denji is special, which is why he is going to be receiving special treatment. So, if he tries to resign or becomes insubordinate, Denji will be disposed of as a devil. Hearing this, Denji asks what that is mean. Makima says that it means they are working together until he die. Now Hayakawa leaves here with Denji. He tells Denji that he is going to be living with him, so he can keep an eye on him. And just remember, they said that he can kill him if he tries to run off. Denji gets sad hearing this. He asks Hayakawa if Miss Makima is a bad person. Hayakawa then says that if he thinks that is the case, then he can give up on her, because if he is really a devil, he should just be grateful she did not kill him. He then tells Denji that of course she is a good person, because she saved his life. But now Denji starts missing Makima, and he hopes that he gets to hug her again. Hearing this, Hayakawa gets angry at him. After some time Denji comes to his room with Hayakawa, where he first fills his stomach and then takes a bath. Just then news comes that a fiend has been reported in an East Narima residence. So civilian evacuation and cordon are both complete. As soon as they come to know about this, Hayakawa comes here with Denji. The police officer tells them that the fiend has holed up in a second-story room, so they will leave it to them from here. Now Denji and Hayakawa come to the building, But Denji did not know what fiend is, so he asks Hayakawa about it. Hayakawa then tells when a devil takes control of a human corpse, called a fiend. Hearing this, Denji asks that doesn't this make him a fiend? Hayakawa says no, because fiends always have characteristic heads. Hayakawa then opens the door, where Fiend was right in front of them. Hayakawa tells Denji that the devil controls a fiend's personality. Now Hayakawa tells Denji to turn into a devil and show him what he can do, because that will help him figure out if he is of any use. On seeing them, Fiend goes to attack them, but Denji kills it using only his weapon. Seeing this, Hayakawa asks Denji why he had not used his devil powers. To this, Denji says that when he killed devils with his powers, they get real messed up, but he could end it up like this fiend, so he wanted to make it painless for him. Hearing this, Hayakawa gets angry at him. He tells Denji that fiends are just like any other devil, so if he is hunting them, then drop the sympathy, because his entire family was killed by a devil right in front of him. He tells Denji that the cops down below are risking their lives to protect their wives and kids, so he would rather make any devil he kill suffer as much as possible. But what is he trying to do? Make friends with them. Denji then says that if there's a devil he could be friends with, then of course he would, because he does not have any friends. Hearing this, Hayakawa leaves him and walks out. Just then Denji sees some dirty magazines here. He says that when the chainsaws are out, blood gets everywhere and makes a real mess. But he made it easy for you. Denji keeps a magazine with him. But now he misses Pachita too, who wanted to see his dream. Denji says that he is pretty serious about that, because he is already living the dream, just like his bargain said. He gets to bathe every day, eats good food, and gets to hang around a hot chick. However, Denji feels like something is missing. That would give him a real perfect score. After this, Denji starts thinking about Makima again. And he wants to touch her oranges, because touching oranges is a dream he gave up on a long time ago. Now Denji and Hayakawa return to Makima, where Makima tells Denji that she is assigning him a partner starting today. As a precaution, Public Safety executes patrols and smaller missions with two-person teams. But Makima also tells Denji to be careful because she is a fiend. After some time, his partner comes here. Her name is Power and she looks very dangerous. Denji gets angry seeing him and starts saying that are fiends allowed to be devil hunters? But then his eyes go to the orange of Power, after which he agrees to make her his partner. Makima tells that fiends like devils are targets for extermination. But Power is highly rational, so she has been on Hayakawa's team. But Public Safety Devil Extermination Special Division 4 is an experimental unit, so the higher-ups will be looking to dissolve your team as soon as possible if you cannot get results, and she doesn't need to explain what would happen to them if that happens. Now Denji goes out on patrolling with Power. Makima has said that Power's horns stand out a bit too much, so Denji needs to patrol areas without a lot of pedestrians. At this moment, the Power starts running here and there. She tells Denji to provide her with something to kill immediately, because she is starved for blood. But Denji does not say anything to Power for this act and both go ahead from here. Just then two police officers are seen in front of them, who starts doubting Denji and Power. But Denji shows his ID card, near which the police officers leave from here. Now even after a long time, Denji does not find any devil. Just then Power starts saying that this is likely my fault, because before becoming a fiend, she was a devil that was feared by all. So demonic peons will likely flee the moment they catch my scent. Now hearing this from her, Denji starts getting angry at Hayakawa, because he is the one who put them together. Then all of a sudden, Power feels the scent of blood. She immediately starts running in that direction and Denji also follows her. Then we see that there is a sea cucumber devil at some distance from here, where an officer is calling a backup to kill him. Just then Power comes here. She attacks him with her weapon and kills him. Now Power becomes very happy after killing this devil and Denji is very surprised to see this. Now on coming to know about this, Makima also comes here. She gets a little annoyed at Power's action, because she has killed the devil of a civilian hunter. That's why she tells them that they are guilty of obstructing their business, and normally they would be arrested for this kind of thing. She tells Power that she needs to think a bit more before acting. Simultaneously, she also tells Denji that he will have to get Power under his control. Now, Denji gets upset after hearing this, because he doesn't want to get into any trouble. Makima then tells Denji that Power was the blood devil before becoming a fiend, so she has a talent for using blood in battle, but also gets worked up pretty easily, because of which Makima feels that maybe Power is not cut out to be a devil hunter after all. Now, hearing these words of Makima, Power starts blaming Denji. She tells Makima that it was Denji who commanded her to kill. Denji is shocked to hear this from her, because he did not give any command to Power. So, he tells Makima that Power is lying, because he didn't know anything about the devil. But Power attacked and killed him. After this, he also asks Makima to arrest Power, because Power was completely lying. But now, both start arguing with each other, because Power did not want to accept her mistake. Seeing this, Makima tells both of them to calm down, after which both calm down and Power accepts her mistake as well. Makima praises her for this and tells that she doesn't really care who got in whose way. She then tells these two that she wants to see the two of them working well together. Power then promises Makima about this, but we see that this time Denji was watching Power's chest very carefully. In the next scene, Denji is at some place with Power, and takes a drink for himself, but Power was thinking of something else at the moment. In the meantime, a small cat appears here. She becomes very happy seeing whom. So it seems that Power likes the cats too much, but Denji wasn't paying attention to it. He tells Power that being able to just grab a drink like this is a dream come true to him. But if they keep screwing up, being thirsty is probably gonna be the least of his problems. And not that it'll make it any easier to work with some chick that lies. Power then tells Denji that she enjoys being with cats and spending time with them, because she hates humans. However, it's not a matter of personal grievance. Her hatred is almost like a demonic instinct. And she hates devils too, because one of them took her pet Meowie away. Knowing this, Denji starts listening carefully to her words. She tells Denji that before she was able to recover Meowie, she fell into Makima's clutches. Power feels that her dear Meowie may be dead already, but yet, she finds it hard to give up hope. So, if it lets her retrieve Meowie from that demon, she is willing to abide humans or anything else she needs. She thinks that Denji would understand such concern for a cat. Hearing this, he says that it is dumb as hell, but he would do whatever it takes to get to fondle some oranges. On this, Power says that she may never understand humans, after which Denji says that he would get her if it was a dog. Just then Power asks him what would he say to the prospect of fondling her chest after retrieving Meowie from that devil. Now Denji gets completely excited after hearing this. He gets ready to kill the devil who kidnapped the cat of Power. She is also surprised to see this. After this, Denji comes to an officer with Power, who allows the Power to go out, but he tells Denji to make sure to have her back by 5 p.m. However, this time Denji was a bit surprised, because he didn't know that Power is not even allowed to go out on her own. Power then sets out with Denji to rescue her cat Meowie. She tells Denji that she knows where the devil that kidnapped Meowie dwells, but the concern is that Denji is the only one who can fight it, because he would use Meowie as a shield upon seeing her. So, if that happens, then all is lost. Then we see that Denji's focus is on the Power's chest. After this, he starts telling Power about his pet devil Pachita. He says that he can't pet him anymore, but it's cool, because he's alive in his heart. But after listening to him, Power says that you humans are very foolish, because death is the absence of life. So, this nonsense about living on in your heart is a little more miserable than self-comfort. After this, Denji is unable to speak anything and gets agree by her. He then starts thinking that maybe he is never gonna get along with her. In the next scene, we see Makima in front of several senior officers, where an officer tells him that the American matter has got the Soviet war hawks crowing more loudly than ever, and there are rumors about the military use of devils as well. But another officer then says that hopefully, devils will remain Japan's only enemies in the future. He asks Makima how are the hunting dogs that had been added to the squad performing. Makima then replies that there's one that seems promising, and another that seems interesting. Hearing this, an officer tells Makima that your job is to raise these hounds, and then put them to work. So, he warns her to make sure not to grow attached. But Makima does not say anything on this matter. After this, she leaves with Hayakawa. He tells Makima that as far as he can tell, Denji is disgusting, not interesting. So, why does she have such high hopes for him? Hearing this, Makima thinks for a while. She then says that all devils are born with names. So, the more those names are feared, the more powerful the devil is said to become. She gives the example that coffee is not considered very frightening, so a coffee devil would probably be weak. But if we talk about a car devil, it's easy to imagine being run over and dying, so it would probably be strong. And Denji can turn into a chainsaw devil, so it seems pretty interesting to Makima. But Hayakawa doesn't like Makima's words. He tells her that Denji might be interesting for her, but he is not sure Denji will be of any use, because everyone in public safety has a real goal or motivation. but Denji said that he just wants to live the good life. And not only that, but Denji thinks he can be friends with devils, because of which Hayakawa feels that Denji is a bad fit for his operation. On the other hand, Power has come to some place with Denji. She points to a house and tells Denji that Meowie and the devil are in there. Knowing about this, Denji asks Power to go there. After which, Power and Denji start going towards that house. Denji hopes that he doesn't have to his chainsaw out, but Power does not understand this point of him. Denji then tells him that he can turn into a bunch of chainsaws, but Power says that human jokes leave much to be desired. That's when Denji notices that they are about to get closer to the house and Power is still moving forward. Whereas, she said that the devil was gonna use the cat as a hostage if he sees her. Power then tells Denji that she misspoke. After that, she suddenly stops. Seeing this, Denji understands that there must be something wrong. But before he can do anything, Power attacks him, due to which Denji gets injured and falls unconscious. Then looking at him, Power says that it seems his instincts are sharp. Power then drags injured Denji inside the house, where the Bat Devil was waiting for Power to arrive, because actually there was a deal between these two. He tells Power that she kept him waiting a long time, so he thought she had run away. Power then says that it took her this long to gain some freedom, and she has brought a human just as he demanded. Now the Bat Devil becomes overjoyed, because today after a long time he is going to eat a human, so he hopes that his blood will be full of vigor. He then holds Denji in his hands, and starts talking about his wounded hand. He tells Denji that because of this wound he is hiding here. After this, he starts drinking Denji's blood, because his wound will be healed with human blood. However, he doesn't like the taste of Denji's blood at all, so he immediately throws him away. But still, Denji's blood causes his wounded hand to regenerate. After that, he breaks the house and comes out. The inside of his mouth tastes disgusting, so he decides to cleanse his palate with another human now. Denji is badly injured at this point and he looks to Power. He then remembers what Hayakawa had said. He forbade Denji to be friends with Devil. Power starts telling Denji that humans are truly foolish, and she is amazed because he actually believed her story. Now the Bat Devil looks towards the city, from where he was getting the smell of humans, so he decides to cleanse his palate with some children. But Power then asks him to release Meowie, because she has brought him a human as promised. However, he didn't like Denji's blood at all. Therefore, he refuses to release Meowie and swallows. Power gets sad seeing this. We then see in flashback that Power was a blood devil. One day, she found Meowie in the forest, but this time she was looking very weak, so she decides to put some meat on those bones before she feasts. She then gives Meowie a cow's milk, but during this she also kills that cow. She tells Meowie that she is looking forward to killing her, because she has killed all who have met her eyes. But after some time, she starts liking Meowie. Meanwhile, the Bat Devil kidnaps Meowie. At this point he was badly injured, and tells Power that he needs blood. So, if she wants to save this cat, then bring him a human. In this way, we get to know the reason behind this Power's action. But now even Power could do nothing to save Meowie, so she becomes very sad, and tells Denji that he said he couldn't pet Pochita anymore. So, she understands how he feels now and this is really an awful feeling. Then the Bat Devil swallows Power, but Denji is unable to do anything at this time. After this he starts going towards the city, because he wanted to eat humans. That's when he learns that Denji is hanging over his leg. He is very surprised to see what he sees. Then Denji tells him to give him his tits back, but Bat Devil gets very angry with this and he holds Denji in his hand. Then Denji starts telling that there was a time he couldn't find Pochita, because he was gone when Denji woke up in the morning. So he looked all over town, but couldn't find him. He then thought a devil might have eaten him. But when he got home, he was crying and waiting for him. After that he was so relieved that he fell asleep holding him. Now, Denji wondered how Power felt when she tried to sleep, knowing that Devil had Meowie. Denji then appears as the Chainsaw Devil and cuts off one of the Bat Devil's hands. But now both of them fall together on top of a building, where a girl is also present in that building, and she was very scared to see these two. On seeing that girl, Denji asks her to run away from here. But now Bat Devil was very much surprised by this, because even after Denji being a devil, let that girl escape from here. Now, Denji stands up and starts attacking the Bat Devil. But at this time both of them had come in the middle of the city. That's why people get very scared seeing them. Now the Bat Devil also tries to attack Denji, but he saves himself from his attack and starts injuring him. This angers him even more and tries to kill Denji. Meanwhile, Denji sees a father stuck here with his son, but he tells them to run away and starts facing the Bat Devil himself. The Bat Devil was stunned to see Denji saving the man, so he throws a car along with the man at Denji. But still, Denji doesn't let the man get injured and grabs the car with his hands. Now the Bat Devil is completely surprised to see his so much power. Just then, Denji pulls the man out of the car and throws him at the Bat Devil. Due to the explosion, Bat Devil turns his mouth into something strange and attacks Denji with high-speed air, but he is unable to stop this attack. Now, the Bat Devil thinks Denji is dead, and he goes to drink the blood of a human to heal himself. In the meantime, he hears the sound of Denji's chainsaw, and Bat Devil couldn't believe that Denji was still alive. After this, Denji appears, and at this time he was looking very dangerous. Now seeing him, Bat Devil's condition worsens and he frees the captured man. He then attacks Denji with a big stone, but he breaks it into pieces with the help of his chainsaw. Seeing this, Bat Devil goes to attack with his punch, during which Denji injures his hand very badly with his chainsaw. But now the Bat Devil could not face Denji. After this, Denji makes his final attack and kills him in one stroke, during which Denji was looking very dangerous. Now, Power starts remembering some of her past. She used to be a blood fiend before coming to Makima. That's why she used to wander here and there in the forest all the time. And wherever she saw any birds or animals, she used to kill them and drink their blood, because she enjoyed doing so, and it became her habit to drink blood. But after some time when she got Meowie, she did not kill it, after which she gradually developed a good connection with Meowie. Suddenly one day, the Bat Devil kidnapped Meowie. In return for liberating it, he asked Power to bring a human. On hearing about this, Power set out to find a person, because she didn't want anything to happen to Meowie. But at that point, she is also completely surprised, because before this, no one's life mattered for her. But today she is running to save only a cat. Power could not understand at all why she was doing this. Then her foot gets stuck in a pit, because of which she falls down on the ground. Before today, Power loved blood, but now she realizes that blood is warm. After some time, Power opens her eyes and her cat Meowie is in front of her. She then learns that Denji has killed the Bat Devil to save her and Meowie. Power wonders why Denji saved her, while she was going to get him killed. Hearing this, Denji takes a deep breath. Then he points to her oranges, because if he can't save her and Meowie, then he might not get a chance to touch her oranges. Hearing this, Power gets into thinking, because this was a very stupid reason. She lied to Denji, so she apologizes to him. But Denji eventually saved Meowie, so she decides to fulfill her promise and tells Denji that he can touch her orange. Now on hearing this, Denji gets completely shocked, because today finally his dream is going to come true. After this, he gets very excited and goes to touch the Power's oranges. But just then someone attacks him and cuts off his hand. Due to it, Denji starts suffering in pain. He then learns that it is the Leech Devil. But before Denji can do anything, the Leech Devil swallows his severed hand. Now seeing this devil, Denji gets completely shocked, because it was standing right in front of him, and also looking very powerful. Now Denji asks Power if she can move, but Power was badly injured. That's why she is not even able to move 1 inch. But now, Power doesn't care about her life, and asks Denji to run away with Meowie. However, Denji does not want anything to happen to Power and Meowie, so he tries to pull out his chainsaw to face the Leech Devil. But unfortunately, the chainsaw with only his head comes out a bit. Now Denji gets very upset by this, because without it, it is too difficult to face the Leech Devil. Then he realizes that he doesn't have enough blood. That's why his chainsaw can't come out. Denji comes and stands in front of the Leech Devil. Seeing this, the Leech Devil says that finally it has found him. The Leech Devil then asks Denji if he killed the Bat Devil, but he does not give any answer. Then the Leech Devil says that the Bat Devil was its man, but it likes Denji's face, so it decides to let him live. Denji asks what it thinks about Power and Meowie, to which the Leech Devil says that it will kill them. Hearing this, Denji gets ready to fight with it. Seeing this, the Leech Devil starts attacking him. Denji tries his best to protect himself, but the Leech Devil is looking too powerful and starts attacking Denji in a dangerous way. However, Denji does not give up and tries to stop its attack. Power is shocked to see him doing this, as he is ready to risk his life just to touch the oranges. Denji hits the Leech Devil with a powerful punch, but in return, it also throws him down. It wonders how Denji killed the Bat Devil. Their dream was to eat all the humans on the earth, but only because of him their dream was ruined completely. The Leech Devil then prepares to kill Denji, to which he says how he can die before touching oranges. Hearing this, the Leech Devil laughs at him and regrets that the Bat Devil was killed by him. The Leech Devil tries again to attack Denji, but he somehow saves himself and manages to cut its neck. Because of this, the Leech Devil starts to suffer in pain. At this point, Denji is very angry, because everyone looks down on his goal. While some people want to protect their families, some want to take revenge, and some want to save their cat. But Denji finds everything nonsense. He angrily says that if its dreams are also grand, why do not they have a battle of dreams? He then says that if he kill it, then its dream is even less than his. Listening to him, the leech devil also gets ready for the fight. To which, Denji says that it has to win him first in this battle of dreams. The leech devil tries to attack Denji, but he saves himself from its every attacks. He then cleverly ties its legs up and begins to injure it with his chainsaw attacks. Now, the leech devil angrily starts beating Denji, but he still doesn't give up. Both of them have gone completely crazy for this fight. Meanwhile, Denji goes to attack the leech devil from behind, but it finds out about this and stabs its tongue into his stomach. Now, Denji was badly injured, and the leech devil decides to make him as its lunch. Power gets very upset seeing this, but this time she could do nothing to save him. Just then Hayakawa comes here. He holds a pose with his hand and calls the name Khan. Soon after, a giant fox devil kills the leech devil and Denji is saved. The fox devil tells Hayakawa that it is a leech devil and asks permission to eat it, after which Hayakawa gives permission to do this. Hayakawa has come with his other partners. He tells them that the leech devil is dead, so find the survivors, check their status, and get them out. He asks his senior Himeno to watch out for devils. He then picks up Denji, but now he and Power need to answer a few questions. Hayakawa's team decides to send the cat to an animal hospital for a health check. After some time, Denji comes to his senses. All his wounds have healed, and Hayakawa is sitting beside him. He tells Denji that he brought his arm back, and it recovered after they gave him a blood transfusion. So, Hayakawa feels that he do resemble devils a lot. To which, Denji says that he saw him chatting away with a devil too. Hayakawa states that devil hunters make contracts with devils to fight other devils. He also reveals that he has a contract with Fox Devil. It gives him a devil's power, but in return, the fox will eat a part of his body. Now he tells Denji that he gave it his skin this time. Denji goes to eat the apple, but Hayakawa doesn't give this to him. He tells Denji that devils always want humans dead, and the same goes for fiends. But Denji does not agree with his words, and says that power is great. Hayakawa then reveals that he was watching them on the monitor, but they both left the patrol area. And not only that, a lot of his blood was left in the house. So, he knows that Bat Devil was located there, and he almost got killed by power. However, Hayakawa does not understand the reason why Denji is talking in their favor again. Denji says that he does not know about this. Hayakawa then tells him about all the people he saved from the Bat Devil. They all want to meet Denji and thank him. Hayakawa says that if he makes further investigation and reports it to the superiors, then both the Blood Fiend and he will be punished. But no one died during this, so Hayakawa wants to let him walk away. But Denji has to promise him one thing. Hearing this, he gets into thinking. Hayakawa then says that he has to listen to his orders, because he thinks that Denji is stupid, childish, and have no moral compass. So, if he is willing to obey him, he can still live his current life. After this, Hayakawa asks him if he understands, to which Denji says that he will remember that, so he does not need to worry. He tells Hayakawa that he does not have any great ambitions like him a lot, because his dreams are pretty, but still, he promises to work as hard as him. Now, Hayakawa leaves from here, and tells him to remember to use honorifics when he talks. Power is waiting for Hayakawa outside, but these people have handcuffed her. Power asks Hayakawa to untie her hands, but Himeno does not want to free her, because if she kills someone in the future, Hayakawa will be held responsible for letting her go. Hayakawa then says that as devil hunters, we have to use every resource available, whether they are devils or fiends. After that he frees the Power. He tells Power that he has no intention to get familiar with her, because enemies will always be enemies, and they are just tools. Now Hayakawa goes to meet Makima, who wants to know about the report from him. He tells Makima that Denji said he walked out of the patrol area without noticing. Then he saw a house that gave out a bad devil vibe and bumped into Bat Devil. So, Denji killed that Bat Devil, but then he was attacked by Leech Devil, which was killed by Division 4. But Makima feels that Hayakawa is hiding something, so she asks him how Denji and Power wander off so far without noticing. To which, Hayakawa replies that they are incredibly stupid, but leaving their patrol area is against the regulation. So, Hayakawa says that no members died this time, and 2 devils were destroyed. Therefore, they can let it go. After this Hayakawa starts leaving from here. That's when Makima says that he seems less rigid now. So, she asks Hayakawa if it is because he lives with Denji. But Hayakawa says that he did not change at all. After that, he comes to his home, The next day, he wakes up and gets busy with his daily routine. After some time, Denji also wakes up. Hayakawa starts making lunch for himself and Denji. Suddenly someone starts knocking on the door loudly. Seeing this, Denji gets scared, because he thought a devil had arrived. Then Power breaks the lock and comes inside, because now she is also going to live with them. Hayakawa is shocked because of this. Just then Makima calls to him, because she has sent Power to live with them. She hopes that he will definitely be a good caller to both of them. Now, as soon as she comes here, Power and Meowie start running all over the house. Seeing this, Hayakawa asks Makima why she sends all the trouble to his home, to which Makima replies that she trusts him the most. Also, she tells him not to worry about this, as Power had said that she would behave. After some time, Hayakawa gives food to Power, but she hates vegetables, so angrily throws it away. Seeing this, Hayakawa and Denji get angry at her and forbid to do such things. Afterwards, Power goes to use the toilet, but she doesn't flush it. Seeing this, Hayakawa and Denji both get angry at her, but Power is not even taking a bath today. That's why both get even more angry at her. At night, Hayakawa starts collecting clothes, while Denji was cleaning the toilet. He is angry on Power that she doesn't know how to flush the toilet. Suddenly, Power comes here. Denji says that her poop is stuck on the toilet, but she points to her oranges and asks him to touch. Denji is surprised by this. Power then says that she agreed to let him rub her oranges. Now, she locks the door and sits in front of Denji. Seeing this, he starts sweating. While Power was ready to let him touch her oranges, she tells Denji that he can touch her oranges 3 times only. But Denji doesn't understand what she is talking about. Power then explains that the first is for saving Meowie, the second is for killing the Bat Devil, and the third is for helping her before the samurai head. So, Power gets ready to give him 3 rubs as his rewards. Denji looks at Power and calls her an angel. Now, Denji is surprised after hearing this, because finally his dream is going to come true today. So, he doesn't delay much and starts pressing the oranges of Power. She is also enjoying this a lot. That's when Denji realizes there's something wrong with Power's oranges. Suddenly, something falls from inside the cloth of Power. He is completely shocked to see this. However, he does not know about it. Denji picks up this item in his hand and asks Power what it is. She then tells Denji that these are breast pads. That makes her bosom look bigger. Denji is shocked to hear this from her, but from his expression, it seemed that he was not enjoying it at all. Then Power starts saying that the 2 squeezes are still remain, so she asks Denji to squeezes again. After this, he again touches her oranges in fear, but then immediately withdraws his hands. Still, Denji has one more chance left, so Power asks again Denji to do the same. And in this way, the agreement of Power and Denji is completed. But Denji did not seem happy with this, so Power asks him if it was not fantastic. But he does not give any answer to her, and at this time, he was thinking about something else. Power then tells Denji that he is very lucky to have grasped such splendorous things. She says that now they are even with Meowie saved, so she has no real reason to hunt devils any longer. But yet there is no escaping Makima, so she decides to aid him all with his duty. At this time Denji wants to say a lot, but can't speak a word. After this, Power leaves from here laughing, but Denji is still completely shocked. And the next day, he was thinking about the same thing. After some time, he goes to have breakfast with Hayakawa and Power, but still his focus is not on the breakfast. Seeing this, Power spreads his breakfast on the table. After this, Denji goes on his duty with Power. She asks him where they will slaughter devils today. But Denji was not paying attention to her words. That's why he doesn't answer her. After some time, he comes to Makima, where she is getting Denji to fill the apology form for the damage of the buildings. Because during the fight with the Bat Devil and Leech Devil, he caused a lot of damage. Simultaneously, Makima asks Denji to put a stamp on the verifying paper of the disposal of the devil's body. But he still seemed upset about something. That's why his attention is not here now. Seeing his condition, Makima says that she hates making him do all this paperwork, because it is almost like killing the Bat Devil was a bad thing. She then asks him if something is bothering him. Hearing this, Denji says that there is something I wanted chasing after, and I finally managed to get it. But once I did, it was not as big of a deal as I thought. So now I am wondering, if I go after something else and get my hands on it, I just gonna think I was happier during the chase. Now, Denji realizes that all this stuff is bullshit, due to which he is getting very angry with himself. Seeing this, Makima asks him what exactly he is talking about. Denji then tells her that he touched oranges for the first, but it was not that great. Hearing this, Makima comes to him and holds his hand. Denji is completely shocked by this, and he has no idea what Makima is about to do. Then she tells him that when it comes to lovemaking, the better he understands the other person, the better it feels. But Denji could not believe that Makima could do such things with him. She tells him that it is hard to understand how someone else feels. So, she suggests him to start with observing the hand carefully, as, how long are their fingers? Are their palms cold, or are they warm? Apart from this, Makima tells Denji many other things. She then asks Denji if his finger ever had bitten. But Denji knows nothing about it. So, Makima does this with him, and asks him to remember this feeling, so that, even if he can't see, he will be able to tell it is her, from how hard she is biting. Denji is feeling this first time, and Makima asks him to remember the feeling. At the same time, she lets Denji to touch her lips as well, after which, he tells her that he got it. But then Makima puts Denji's hand on her orange. This makes Denji very surprised, because he never expected this from Makima. So, he distances himself from her. But still Makima comes close to him. This time, she moves her lips very close to Denji's. She tells him that she would like to ask him to do something for her. Hearing this, Denji starts asking about it in surprise. Makima then sits on the chair in front of him and says that she wants him to beat the gun devil. But Denji had never heard of the gun devil, so he asks Makima about it. Then she tells him that it appeared in America 13 years ago, but nobody knows where it is now. And it is a very strong devil that all hunters want to kill. Now, Denji starts listening carefully to all of Makima's words. She tells Denji that she happens to think that he can kill it, because he is not like any of other devil hunters. So, if he is able to kill the gun devil, she will make any wish of his come true. Denji does not believe after hearing this, so he confirms again that if he kills the gun devil, she is really gonna make any wish of his come true. Then Makima says yes to him. Denji gets very excited hearing this, because after killing the gun devil, any of his dream can be fulfilled. He thinks about it for a while, and asks Makima if his dream of lovemaking can also come true. To which, Makima says that if he can complete this work, then she is ready to do whatever he says. Hearing this, Denji could not believe that even it is allowed. Then Makima says that it is only allowed because this devil is so strong and bad. People were trying to profit off of guns as a countermeasure against devils across the world, which resulted in an increase in crime and conflict. The news forecast on it non-stop for a while, with people more afraid of gun violence than ever, due to which, the situation started getting worse. Then a major armed terrorist attack happened in America, and that was the day the gun devil appeared. In the next scene, we see a family. They are watching the news on TV. Teo was studying with his parents. Just then, his elder brother comes there, who wants to go out and play with him. But his father says that Teo doesn't feel well, so he should find something he can play by himself. Hearing this, he gets angry and says that Teo never does, and he doesn't remember him feeling good. To this, his mother says that he is the older brother, so he should be good and play by himself. Hearing this, the elder brother gets sad. Just then, Teo gets ready to play with him, and he goes outside with his older brother without worrying. Now, both of them walk together and go some distance away from their house, where only snow is spread all around. But Teo's brother was still sad, and he tells Teo to leave. However, he was lost in another thought, and he continues to follow him. Seeing this, his elder brother throws snow on him, because he doesn't want to play with him. Just then, Teo also throws snow at his elder brother. Now, both start to play with each other like this for a long time, and during this both are enjoying. But Teo's hands get cold because of the snow, and after playing for so long his brother also gets tired. But if Teo catch a cold, his brother is going to get in trouble. He then tells Teo that his hands won't get cold if they play catch. So, he asks him to grab gloves from the house. Hearing this, he becomes very happy, and then immediately goes back from here to take the gloves. But today his brother was also happy to play with him. After this, Teo goes inside the house. Suddenly, there is a very strong wind, because of which, their house is completely destroyed. But that day, only in a little under 5 minutes, 1.2 million people were killed. Makima tells Denji that this was done by the gun devil, but it has not been seen since. That day, Teo's elder brother lost his entire family in front of his eyes. Makima further explains to Denji that the fear of devils across the board increased as a result, making them all stronger than ever before. So, gun control got a lot more severe in an attempt to take in the gun devil, and along with censorship of the news was increased. Hearing all this, Denji says that he is not sure he understands, but let's say this thing is so strong, it is hard to understand. Makima then asks Denji if he thinks he can beat it. After this, Denji gets ready for this task. He says that if he busts out all the stops, it will be a piece of cake. To this, Makima says that first they will need to actually find the gun devil. Denji asks Makima how exactly they are going to do that, because finding the gun devil is not so easy. Then Makima shows him some pieces of the gun devil which they have collected. She tells that it is so fast, pieces of it are turned off just from moving. So, if a devil eats some of this, no matter what their nature, they become more powerful. She then shows Denji how they are sticking together because of how powerful the gun devil is. Once the chunks of flesh reach a certain size, they start to be attracted to the original body. So if they can make this piece bigger, it will lead them to the gun devil. On the other hand, Hayakawa and Himeno have killed a devil. She is surprised that it really was snacking on a piece of the gun. But still, she does not understand how such a wimpy devil got so strong. She then asks Hayakawa if it finds that piece or did someone serve lit up. To this, Hayakawa says that doesn't change what their job is, because they keep killing devils and eventually they will find him. Now, we learn that Hayakawa is actually Teiyo's elder brother, who had lost his entire family in front of his eyes in his childhood. That's why he wants to avenge his family from the gun devil. Now, public safety has received a request for devil extermination, because a devil has been spotted inside of a hotel. That's why Denji is also going there with power. But still, there is no confirmation on the status of the hotel's guests. In addition, several of the civilian devil hunters who initially went in have been found dead. After a while, Hayakawa arrives here with Denji, Power, and the other 3 agents, because it is believed that the target has consumed a piece of the gun devil. Now, Hayakawa with his team stands in front of the hotel building, but the target is hiding somewhere in this hotel, and this is no ordinary devil. Next, we see that Hayakawa has brought a piece of the gun devil with him. When it is kept in front of the hotel, it starts stirring. So, Hayakawa understands that the target has eaten a piece of the gun devil's flesh. Then Denji says that maybe it is the gun devil for real. Hayakawa says that the more flesh, the stronger the attraction. But the reaction is not big enough. Just then, Power asks Hayakawa to give that thing to her. To this, Hayakawa says that he thought he told the two to work on their manners. Hearing this, both of them get angry. After which, Hayakawa gives gum to both of them, and both calm down about it. Seeing this, Eri starts saying that considering they are about to fight some devils, can they really trust these two to watch their backs? Because one is fiend, and the other is some punk. So, he is not sure about this. To this, Hayakawa says that they can't let them watch their backs. So, on extermination missions they will be taking point. But if they try to run or switch sides, they kill them. On hearing this, Power says that he is treating them like livestock. After which, Hayakawa tells them that they too do not get rights. Denji then tells Power that he is super pissed, and this must be from today morning. Now, Power feels that their prank went too far. At this, Hayakawa angrily says that he could kill them for that. Hearing this, Himeno asks about it, and Power tells Hayakawa that he can't just be harsh all the time. Denji also says that the Bat Devil almost killed him, and now there is more work, so he wants reward. Himeno then says that she will take one for the team. So, whoever kills this devil will win, and she will kiss on the cheek. On hearing this, Eri starts saying that she should not do this, because a young woman who is not married should not be so indecent. But Himeno does not listen to him and is ready to this. Now on hearing this, Denji gets very excited, and he starts remembering the moments spent with Makima. After which, he says that he is not going to sweat the kisses, because he is plenty motivated. Himeno is shocked to hear this. Denji says that he got his sights set on someone for a first kiss already, so he is going to find all these meat chunks or whatever for her. Therefore, until the gun devil is dead, no smooching for him. Hearing this, Himeno says that this is a hell of a thing to say in front Hayakawa. Then Denji says that he learned something real important, because lovemaking feels better when it is two people who get each other. But he doesn't even know her name, so he is not going after her lips. To this, Himeno says that if he kills the devil, she will give him a kiss with tongue. Denji gets very excited on hearing this, and immediately starts going inside the hotel to kill the devil. Seeing this, Eri tries to stop him, because it is dangerous to run off solo. After some time, Hayakawa also moves to the 8th floor with his team, but Denji still wasn't stopping, so Eri forcefully tries to stop him. He tells Denji that Himeno has been nice enough to train him for the last 6 months, so if the alternative is letting some thug like him kiss her, then he will take that kiss on the cheek. That's when Hayakawa and other people also come here. Power immediately comes to Denji. Hayakawa asks Himeno what her take is on the rookies. Himeno then says that Eri is not super competent, but makes up it in motivation. Meanwhile, Kobni wants to calm them down, but she is really timid. Himeno then asks Hayakawa if any of the 4 rookies have a sort of survival. Hayakawa says that she gets the picture now, but most people either die or go private after a year, regardless of how strong he thought they were. Now Arai leaves Denji. Hayakawa forbids Himeno for kissing, to which Himeno says that it is not really an answer. After this, we see a flashback scene where Himeno is injured and she came to a cemetery, but there was a man with her who introduces Himeno to his new partner Hayakawa. He tells her that he is rude, but he has trained him to be of some use. After saying this, the man leaves from there. Hayakawa then introduces himself to Himeno, because both were meeting each other for the first time today. Himeno is very sad right now, and she asks Hayakawa if he is gonna be any help, to which Hayakawa says that he thinks so. Then Himeno says that he is going to be her sixth partner and the others all died because they were useless. Hayakawa gets shocked hearing this, after which Himeno tells him not to die on her. Now, Hayakawa starts moving further inside the hotel with his team, but they are not seeing any devils around here. Suddenly a voice comes from inside a room, so Himeno alerts everyone. After this, the door of the room in front of them opens, and a strange severed head comes out, in which an arm and a leg are also attached. He comes and stands in front of them. Now, everyone is surprised to see this. After this, he goes to attack Kobni while flying, but Himeno uses her power to stop him, and Power immediately kills him with her weapon. Kobni was very scared at this time, but Power is happy to kill that devil. Then Himeno tells them that she has got a contract with the ghost devil. She served up her right eye in exchange for being able to use a ghost's right hand, but her ghost hand is invisible and strong. Hayakawa then checks if he has got any of the gun's flesh, but there is no strong reaction here. Therefore, this is not the one. Now, Himeno tells everyone to move on from here, but Power wants to know about Himeno's power. For that, she grabs Kobni and says what would they do if she is going to kill this one. Hearing this, Himeno uses her devil's hand to grab her neck and tells her to put the weapon down. But if she misbehaves, she can always choke her to death. Power then tries to free her neck from Himeno's hand, but her hand is invisible, because of which she is unable to do anything. After this, Himeno releases her neck. Now, everyone starts moving on from here, and Power angrily says that she will devour her in time. After some time, they come in front of a room where devil's blood was spread, but Arai is completely shocked. He immediately checks the number of this floor. Then he comes to know that they are still on the 8th floor, while they were about to come on the 9th floor. After listening to him, Denji says that he probably read it wrong. But Arai understood that there is something wrong here, so he goes downstairs to check, but this time he comes out on the upstairs. Everyone is completely surprised by this, because Arai had gone downstairs in front of them, so no one understands what is happening here. Now, everyone is completely surprised, because Arai was going downstairs, but he again appears in front of them. Kobni has been very scared by this. Seeing this, Himeno calms her down. She tells her to make a double peace sign and stay put. Kobni does the same. After this, Himeno also goes down to check this floor, but she again comes in front of them. Now, they do not understand what is happening here, but this scares Kobni even more, and she starts trembling with fear. Hayakawa realizes that it has to be a devil's power at work. He then tells Kobni to stand in front of the door, while he goes inside to check the rooms. He turns on the light in the room, after which he comes to know that there are rooms on the other side of the window, but he does not understand why this is so. To find out about it, he goes inside the other room through the window, but after coming out of this room, he again comes in the hall. Seeing this, Kobni gets even more scared. Just then Denji also comes here. He tells them that none of the windows are going anywhere, but they just open to the room across the hall. Now, Hayakawa has also realized that they are trapped on the 8th floor in this hotel. They come inside a room, but now they are not getting any idea to get out of here. Apart from them, there is also a clock inside this room. Hayakawa is thinking that this is probably a devil's doing. So, no matter how many times they try to go to a different floor, they end up on the 8th floor again. Also, the elevator is inoperable for whatever reason. That's why there is no way outside via the rooms or any windows, because they tried going through the ceiling, but ended up on the 8th floor again. Denji says that maybe it is because Power killed that devil, because he could have died while using the power to keep them trapped. On hearing this, Power gets angry at him and says that he commanded her to kill him. Denji also gets angry on hearing this lie of her. Then Hayakawa says that a devil's power is released when he dies, so it can't be that. On this, Himeno asks if the flesh piece is reacting, but Hayakawa says that it has gone dead still. However, Himeno believes that the devil before was bait, and they bit hard, because she has never seen a devil try something too clever before. Hearing this, Arai starts saying that if no one hears from them for a while, maybe other devil hunters show up to help them. On this, Himeno says that they better hope they do not fall into the same kind of trap then. But Kobni was very scared at this moment. It seems to her that they are all going to die here, and they are going to starve to death. Hearing this, Eri tries to encourage her and says that she became a devil hunter to send her brother to college. But on this, Kobni says that basically they forced her to do it. Her parents are set on her elder brother going to college since he is the gifted one, so they made her to get a job. That's why she became a devil hunter. But while saying this, she becomes very sad, because she also wanted to go to college like her brother. But she feels that now she is going to die here. Seeing her condition, Power starts laughing. Eri gets very angry at this, because she does not care about the emotions of others. So, Eri tells her to stop laughing. Just then Hyemno comes here, and tells Kobni that devils love fear. So, if she gets scared, she is giving them what they want. She then tries to calm Kobni down, but she is so scared. Now, Hyemno notices that Hayakawa is worried about something, so she asks him about it. Then Hayakawa tells that the clocks in that room have been stuck at 8:18 for a while now, and in every single room it's the same. Because of this, Hayakawa is surprised. It seems to him that there is a chance that time has been frozen here on the 8th floor, and if that is the case, no one is coming here to save them. Everyone gets worried when they come to know about it. However, Denji doesn't worry about it at all, and says that if that is the case, then they can sleep all they want. Eri gets very angry after hearing this, because they might be trapped in here forever, to which Denji says that he means they might be, but they might not be too. After this, he tells them to wake him when they figure it out, because that bed is freaking sweet, and because of which he wants to sleep in it. Now only a short time after this, Denji falls into a deep sleep. Hayakawa is very surprised to see this, but the clock was still stopped at the same place, and they could not find any way to get out of here. After some time, Hyemno wakes up Denji. He asks if they find a way off the 8th floor, but even after so much time had passed, they could not find any way to go get out of here. Hyemno tells Denji that they found out the power and electricity are still working while he was sleeping. Also, there was a little bit of food that some of the guests who ran must have left behind. Now, everyone is really worn out, but Hayakawa has been searching for the devil non-stop. Hyemno told him to take a break, but he wouldn't listen. Kobni freaked out and tried to drink toilet bowl water, so she knocked her out. Eri was helping Hayakawa at first, but now he has locked himself up in another room to have a panic attack. Denji then asks Hyemno about power, but she happens to be right here and starts telling Denji that there is nothing else to do. So, she has decided to win the Nobel Prize. Once she has earned such glorious esteem, the humans will all know to her, and with the Nobel Prize as her foothold, she will ascend to the Prime Minister's throne. But her first act will be passing 100% sales tax. Hearing these words of her, Denji says that she is always like that. After this, they go to see Eri and Kobni. Eri was very scared at the moment, while Kobni was sleeping. Hyemno starts smoking cigarette and says this is her last cigarette. Then Power starts saying that she is bored by how little this upsets her. But Hyemno says that she can take it easy because Hayakawa is working hard. After this, she shows her packet of cigarettes. She says that the nicotine also helps, and life is sweeter with a bit of dependence. Just then Denji notices that is the same brand Hayakawa smokes, to which Hyemno says that is because Hayakawa learned all about the flavor of cigarettes. After this we see a flashback scene, where Hyemno asks Hayakawa to smoke a cigarette, but he refuses for it, saying that it is bad for her bones. At this, Hyemno tells her to start because it is great for socializing. But Hayakawa was not looking to make friends. From this, Hyemno learns the reason for his becoming a devil hunter and says that he is out to kill the gun devil. Hearing this, Hayakawa starts looking at her, after which Hyemno says that everyone who signs up with a chip on their shoulder is the same. And since only public safety is allowed to hold on to pieces of the gun devil's flesh, that's why devil hunters die young anyway, might as well smoke. To which Hayakawa says that he does not plan on dying anytime soon. Hearing this, Hyemno says that she will hold him to that, because it is a pain when someone's partner dies. The next day, a lady slaps Hyemno in front of everyone, but she doesn't say anything to that lady. Hayakawa is surprised to see this. He immediately comes to her and starts asking about it. Then Hyemno tells him that the lady was the girlfriend of her old partner. But it happens a lot, and she gets issues with the family and friends of dead partners. However, they can't do anything to get back at the devils, so they take it out on her. She tells that she just considers it something that comes with the territory. But now Hayakawa was angry at the lady, and he goes towards her. Hyemno then asks him what he did to her, to which Hayakawa says that he put gum on the clothes of that girl who hit her. Hyemno is surprised to hear this. Then Hayakawa says that she should not just sit back and take being treated like that, because there is no need for her to feel guilty. So, he was pissed off and got some payback. Now, she is going to walk around without realizing there is wad of gum on her clothing. Hymno is listening to all his words carefully, and is very happy. She then goes to the restaurant with Hayakawa, where she tells him that her master said devils do not fear devil hunters who are strong or brave, but they fear devil hunters who have a screw loose, which is why she thinks he will survive a long time in this job. Hearing this, Hayakawa asks if that was an insult. He then goes to eat her almond tofu, but Hymno stops him and offers a cigarette. On this, Hayakawa says that he is not smoking because it is bad for bones, but Hymno says that she wish he would. She gets the feeling they are going to be together for a while. This time Hayakawa is unable to refuse her and says that this is the first and last cigarette he ever light up. In the present, he approaches Hymno and asks if she has any smokes left. However, Hymno only has this last cigarette left and Hayakawa wants to smoke, so she gives him her cigarette. Seeing this, Denji starts saying that this is indirect kissing, so it is no fair. But Hayakawa tells him to shut up and then tells him that he has got bad news. He asks them if they remember the devil they killed. Hearing this, Power says that she had killed him, to which Hayakawa says that he has become a lot bigger now. Everyone comes out of the room as soon as they come to know about it, or that devil was right in front of them. And at this time he had become very dangerous and big. Now, everyone is completely surprised to see him. Hymno realizes that he trapped them in this hotel and his body turned into that. But no one knows what kind of devil it is. Suddenly the devil starts talking to them and tells them about offering a contract. Because of this, everyone gets shocked because no one knows what kind of contract he wants. After which devil tells them to feed him the human known as Denji, and even his corpse will do. So, if they let him eat Denji, he will let the rest of them leave in peace, and they will be free to leave. After this, he asks them to accept the contract. Denji is completely shocked to hear this. Just then, Komi comes out with a knife in her hand. She was very scared, so she tells Denji to let the devil eat him. She then comes to kill Denji, but Hayakawa stops her from doing so, after which Hymno knocks out Kobni. She asks Hayakawa if he can swallow this thing with the fox devil. Hearing this, he immediately tries to summon the fox devil here, but the fox devil doesn't come. Therefore, Hayakawa understands that they are cut off from the rest of the world. To which Hymno says that the fox devil's body is in the Kyoto, so that makes sense. After this, she decides to use her ghost hand. Because of this, devil starts feeling a lot of pain. With this, he gets even more angry, and his size also starts increasing continuously. Hymno is shocked to see all this. Then the devil says that his body is pointless, and this is not his main body. So, they won't find his heart here, because they are inside his stomach, and he has no weakness on this 8th floor. That's why there is no way to survive this place apart from accepting his offer. Hearing this, Denji tells the devil that he is probably not going to let them go, even if he does die. To which Hymno says actually no, because the devil used the word contract. These kinds of terms hold a strong sway when a devil is involved. So, if one side makes good on the deal, the other side has to. Otherwise, whichever side breaks the contract ends up dying. That's why they only would be able to leave by killing Denji. Then Eri also tells to kill him, because he thinks they can come up with another plan once he is dead and they are out of here. Otherwise, they are all going to end up starving. The devil hunters are legally allowed to make contracts with devils, so he suggests them to take the deal. On this, Hayakawa says that the devil wants Denji dead. That means his death would benefit it, which is why they are not accepting the contract. Upon hearing this, Hymno agrees to support him. But Power starts talking about killing Denji, because her Nobel Prize will remain forever out of reach if she is unable to leave this place. So Denji must have died for her Nobel Prize. Then Hayakawa says that fiends can't make pacts with devils, so it would not be obliged to let them leave even if she killed him. After this, he says that they are not killing Denji, because they only kill devils. Then Power asks if they should wrestle to pass the time, but Denji gets mad at her. After this, we see that time is still, while the devil is in front of them in the hall. Hymno asks Hayakawa if he has got any kind of plan for actually getting them out of here, to which he says that if what the devil says is true, they can't kill it then. But they are not killing Denji either. After which Hymno asks if the plan is to starve. Then Hayakawa says that if they really run out of options, he will use the sword. But Hymno forbids him from doing so. Denji asks if this thing can get them out of here, why he should not use it. To which Hymno says that he should not use it, even if they are out of options. But if it comes to that, Denji will have to die. Denji is shocked to hear this. On the other hand, all the food are gone, because of which Eri gets very angry. Then he learns that Power has eaten all the food, but she lies to Eri that this is Denji's doing. Just then Kobni also comes here. She says that she figured it out, and they can't get out of here because of that fiend's power. But Eri forbids her to do so, and says that this is the blood fiend. To which Kobni starts saying that he is taking her side, even though they are devil hunters. She then gets very angry at him, and starts saying that he is a spy. Hearing this, Eri tells her that he is not on the devil's side. But Kobni is too scared, and threatens to kill him. On the other hand, the devil also gets angry. Seeing this, Hayakawa, Himeno and Denji run for their lives. But the devil wants Denji dead, and he starts saying that he will grow as their fear grows, and with their terror he will capture them. Now, the devil has become too aggressive. He starts saying that he will be the one to kill Chainsawman, and then reveals his name as the Eternity Devil. Hayakawa and others are running for their lives. Suddenly, the floor starts tilting. Meanwhile, Kobni is about to get injured, but power saves her. Here, the Eternity Devil has come in very dangerous form, and asks them to give him Denji's heart. Kobni is still too scared, and she tells to kill Denji, so that the Eternity Devil will let the rest of them leave from here. After this, Eri also starts saying that they are running out of time, so let's just feed him to the devil. But Hayakawa doesn't want to let that happen, so he decides to use his sword. However, Himeno does not allow him to do so, and imprisons him with the power of her ghost hand. Seeing this, even Denji does not understand why she is stopping him. Then Himeno says that they can probably get out of here if he uses that sword. But the pact is one that takes a lot of years of his life in exchange. That's why Himeno is stopping Hayakawa from using the sword. Just then Eri comes and starts trying to knock Denji down. After this, Kobni also comes to stab Denji, but Hayakawa appears before her and saves Denji from being stabbed. Everyone is shocked to see this, and Hayakawa has started bleeding due to his injury. He tells everyone that he might be that deserves being stabbed, but he wants the gun devil dead. However, Hayakawa cannot kill it himself, so to do that, he needs devil hunters with the guts to fight it. That's why, even if it costs some of his own life, he is not letting Denji die. Denji was also sad to see him in such condition. He asks Power if she can keep him from bleeding out, but she only has total control over her own blood, so the blood of others is a challenge. However, Power wants to do her best to stop his bleeding. Now, seeing Hayakawa in such a condition, Himeno was also very sad, and she didn't know what to do. But Kobni is still angry at Denji and blames him for everything. Seeing this, Denji gets ready to sacrifice himself, but he doesn't want to go down smoothly. He tells Himeno that if he manages to kill the Eternity Devil, he still expects to get that kiss. Then Power asks if he has any plan to win, to which Denji says that it is going to hurt real bad, but he will get his chainsaws out. However, Denji doesn't know what this devil's deal is, but it is scared of his chainsaws, because it didn't try to kill him, but wanted them to do it instead. Also, it was crying about pain when it got attacked. So, Denji decides to tear up until he can't take the pain anymore. He then tells Hayakawa that he can't believe he did that for him. Now, Denji starts his chainsaws and jumps straight into the Eternity Devil's mouth. Now, the Eternity Devil bites Denji's body with his teeth. Everyone gets very scared seeing this, because it seems to them that everything is over and the Eternity Devil has killed Denji. Just then the sound of chainsaws start coming from inside the Eternity Devil, and Denji comes out with his chainsaws. Himeno is shocked to see this, because at this time Denji has become very dangerous and starts attacking the Eternity Devil with his chainsaws. Now, the Eternity Devil also gets angry because of this. He tells Denji that he knew he was alive, and after that, he also starts attacking Denji. Because of this, Denji gets even more angry, and the Eternity Devil also starts attacking in a more dangerous way. He starts telling Denji that this is pointless, because Denji can do anything with him, but he won't be able to find his heart in here, and that's why he cannot kill him. But at this time, Denji has become completely crazy and continues to attack the Eternity Devil. Kobni was not able to tolerate this, and Eri was also surprised. Also, Himeno was watching all this in astonishment. But now seeing Denji's condition, Power starts to worry about him, because he is losing a lot of blood while fighting with the Eternity Devil. That's why, when he will lose too much, his chainsaws will be retract, because of which, his life will be in danger. Suddenly the Eternity Devil injures Denji's shoulder, and then starts telling him that he is so much weaker now. That's why, he will not be able to do anything to him. Denji was in a lot of pain from his attack, so he gets even more angry and starts attacking with his chainsaws. Meanwhile, the Eternity Devil catches him from all sides. Now, Denji can no longer do anything to save himself, because he has lost a lot of his blood, and that's why his chainsaws were not coming out. So, Denji now needs blood. The Eternity Devil starts laughing at Denji and says that he has failed, Suddenly, Denji starts drinking his blood, and because of this, his chainsaws comes out again. Denji tells the Eternity Devil that this blood might seriously taste very bad, but watching him shriek in pain makes it sweet like strawberry jam. Seeing him in such a condition, Hyemno starts remembering of her master. He told Hyemno that the hunters that devils fear are the ones with a couple of screws looses. Then we see Hyemno came to the grave of her dead partner, where her master says that Sahara had his head on straight, so he died. The same goes for Kanauchi, Sabura, and all others, because they were reasonable enough to fear attacks from a devil, and that fear made the devils stronger. Now, Hyemno's master tells her that she has been working with Hayakawa for a while now, so what she thinks about him and if his head on straight, to which Hyemno says that she would not say that about anyone who is trying to kill the gun devil. Hearing this, her master asks if she did not join public safety because she was after the gun devil too. So he asks her if she got any screws loose, but she does not give any answer. Her master says that most hunters, including you, are out to put the gun devil down. They are sincere, honest, and straightforward, and that means the devil knows exactly how to kill them. But there is no telling what a crazy person is thinking, and even devils are afraid of what they don't understand. But even at this time her master was drinking. That's why Hyemno tells him that you are drinking too much again. Then her master says that is being sensible again, but can't be unhinged without loosening the screws a bit every day. He then drinks again and tells Hyemno that if she is still visiting her partner's graves every month, then hers are still pretty tight. He tells Hyemno that Hayakawa is still a punk, so make sure to work him over, to which Hyemno says that she will take it one step at a time. But on this her master says that it is not enough, because he is serious about collecting the meat chunks. Therefore, he is gonna actually find the gun devil if he does. After saying this, her master leaves from there. But we see that Hyemno is also worried about something, and she doesn't want any of that to happen. So, she meets Hayakawa and asks him if he wants to join the private sector with her, because she has received a pretty generous offer. So, instead of chasing the gun devil, they could go out for lunch, see a movie on the way home, and they can really enjoy themselves. But we see that Hayakawa is not ready for this. So, he tells Hyemno that if she wants to go out for drinks, he will join her. But he has no intention of ever going private. Now, Hyemno gets a little sad after hearing this from him, but she couldn't do anything about it either. So, she asks Hayakawa for a cigarette. Hayakawa then gives her a cigarette. Still, Hyemno was worrying about Hayakawa, because if he fights the gun devil, he is going to die. But this is not because they are too weak, or because it is the kind of devil that can kill hundreds of people in seconds. But it's because Hayakawa is cool, serious, kind, and normal like the most. In the present, Denji is still attacking the Eternity Devil, but due to fighting for a long time, he has lost his blood. That's why he falls on the ground. Seeing this, the Eternity Devil thinks that Denji is dead, but Hyemno helps him and he stands up once again. After this, he starts telling the Eternity Devil that he cut him up and he bleed. So, he drank that blood and healed. Now, Denji again starts injuring the Eternity Devil and starts saying that Nobel Prize is his. Hyemno is shocked to see Denji fighting like this, because she has never seen anyone crazier than him. So maybe he can kill the gun devil. But even killing the Eternity Devil was not that easy. That's why Denji has to keep fighting with him continuously. After this we see that no one's condition is good, because they did not face such a situation before. Then Hyemno approaches Hayakawa, who has just come to his senses. He asks Hyemno how long it has been. Then Hyemno tells him that it has been about 3 days since he got stabbed. She comes to Hayakawa and wants to go out for drinks when it is over. After that, she also falls asleep next to Hayakawa. But Hayakawa is surprised that it is not over yet. On the other hand, Denji has finally found the heart of the Eternity Devil, which is his weakness. Now seeing him in such condition, Denji starts saying that he was still having fun, because it was like being in a pool. He then kills the Eternity Devil by ripping his heart out. Soon after, Denji comes out of the hotel with everyone. But at this time there was no one here and there is silence all around. Then we see that Denji has got a piece of the gun devil's flesh and he tells everyone about it. Apart from this, Denji was also feeling very good seeing this. Suddenly he faints, but Hyemno saves him from falling down just in time. Seeing Denji's condition, Hyemno says that it makes sense because he was fighting the devil the whole time without sleeping. Now, she tells Arai and Kobni to head back to the office and check in, while she decides to take Denji and Hayakawa to the hospital. But we see that Arai and Kobni were feeling sorry, because both of them tried to kill Denji. After a few days, Hayakawa has come to a place to investigate with Hyemno. She talks to Hayakawa about having a welcoming party, because the full Division 4 is finally assembled. so they ought to get to know each other better and deal with some of their outstanding issues. But Hayakawa doesn't understand what issue Himeno is talking about. Then Himeno tells him that Kobni and Arai are talking about quitting public safety, because not only are they afraid of the devils, but they feel pretty guilty about trying to kill Denji too. To which Hayakawa tells Himeno that she tried to kill him also. She then says that she knows, but in over drinks they will be able to apologize to Denji easily. And also, they will be able to convince them not to quit. That's when Hayakawa is able to find something from Devil's dead body. He tells Himeno that she is just in this for drinks. He then tells her that he found a chunk of its flesh, but it was not much. He tells Himeno that if they are doing this, it needs to be this week. Hearing this, Himeno starts asking him the reason behind it. Then Hayakawa tells that if they are having a drinking party, he wants to invite Miss Makima also, because she is going on a business trip to Kyoto next week. And with so many devils targeting Denji, she is looking into getting reinforcements. That's why the party needs to be this week. Just then Himeno tells Hayakawa to be honest with her, and she asks him what he thinks Denji is. Hayakawa is shocked to hear this. After that, Himeno says that the Eternity Devil seemed to know about Denji, and she has never seen anything like what he turned into. But still, the biggest mystery is how much Miss Makima seems to be interested in him. Himeno tells Hayakawa that Miss Makima used to travel all the time, but she is stuck to Tokyo lately, and that is probably because of Denji. So, Himeno wonders if Miss Makima knows his secret. However, Hayakawa doesn't say anything about it. Then Himeno asks if he wants to get her hammered. The next day, all the members of Division 4 party together, where everyone was enjoying beer. Apart from this, many tasty foods were also kept in front of them, which makes Denji and Power very happy. Hayakawa is also enjoying the beer. Just in some time, Kobni also comes here and tells that she got a little lost. Seeing her, a devil hunter calls her, but Miss Makima was not here yet. Just then Himeno tells that she will be late. Today Kobni is also very happy with this party, because she has never had anything this good before. To which, the devil hunter sitting next to her tells her to be sure to eat her fill, because she sends most of her pay home. Just then Power takes the fried chicken plate. Hayakawa asks Fushi if he did not bring his fiend. Then Fushi says that they are a little too scary for a place like this, but he envies how his fiend is. Now, Denji also starts looking at the menu to order the food of his choice. Suddenly he remembers about kissing, so he asks Himeno about it, to which Himeno says that she is too bashful to do it right now, so let her drink a bit more first, and she will make it a juicy one also. After that, she asks Denji if he will forgive her for trying to kill him. Hearing this, Denji immediately forgives her. The man sitting next to him starts saying that this is a welcoming party for the rookies, so stand up and introduce yourself, in which he has to tell his name, age, and about his devil contract. But Hayakawa forbids Denji from publicly revealing his devil contract, because he should not share that with anyone he does not trust. Now, Himeno pulls Denji to her. Another devil hunter starts saying that she wants to know about his hobbies too. Denji tells about himself. He says that he's 16, and his hobbies are eating and sleeping. Everyone is shocked to hear this, because Denji is still very young. Himeno starts asking him if he drank beer. Then Denji tells that he is taking tea. After this, Arai also gives his introduction, and he has got a contract with the Fox Devil. Denji is a bit surprised to hear this, because that is the same devil as Hayakawa. Then Hayakawa tells that the Fox Devil is friendly towards humans, so she has got contracts with a lot of hunters. After which, Himeno tells that the Fox Devil only lets hot ones call on her head. Kobni also introduces herself, but she doesn't reveal her devil contract, as it is a secret. Just then Himeno starts asking Fushi about his rookies, to which Fushi says that it is sad they were killed yesterday. Now, Arai and Kobni get very scared when they come to know about it. Arai starts asking Fushi if the people really die that often. On this, a devil hunter says that public safety handles the devils too tough for the private sector. Then another hunter says that no one who joined up at the same time as her is still alive. Himeno starts saying that Denji is not going to die, because he wants a smooch. Seeing this, a devil hunter starts saying that Himeno gets really friendly when she is drunk, so he is pretty sure that she's kissed everyone here, apart from the rookies. Denji is shocked to hear this from him. That's when Himeno starts drinking more beer, because of which her lips become very juicy. Seeing this, Denji starts saying that today is the day of his first kiss. But now Makima has also come here and she starts asking Denji about it. Then Hayakawa offers Makima a seat. Makima asks Denji if he is kissing someone. Denji doesn't tell her about it, but Himeno tells about it. Still, Denji doesn't want Makima to see him kissing Himeno, but still, he wants a kiss with tongue just as bad. Now, he decides to change the subject. He tells Makima about the piece he got from the gun devil, to which Makima says that she has heard about it, and that is very impressive. But Hayakawa was worried, because they have never seen devils appearing with the gun devil flesh this frequently before, and given how the most recent one was targeting Denji, that's why Hayakawa thinks that something must be going on. He then asks Makima if she knows what Denji's deal is, but on this Makima says that she will tell him if he can outdrink her. After that, Hayakawa also accepts this challenge, but he couldn't beat Makima in this. Makima also starts praising Power, because there are not a lot of fiends who can control their urge to kill, to which Power says that this is because of her advanced IQ. Now, there is talk of IQ level among them. Out of them, the IQ level of Fushi is the highest. Suddenly Himeno starts kissing Denji, and he starts enjoying it too, because this is the first kiss of his life. That's when Denji realizes that something is wrong, because something was melting in his mouth, and then he finds out it's puke. Because of this, everyone starts laughing at him. But this thing is very traumatic for Denji. Power was laughing a lot on this, and she starts saying that Denji will swallow anything. We then see a flashback where Denji gets some food from a place, and then he enjoys it with Pachita. Meanwhile, Denji sees some rats there. They are chowing down on some drunk's puke. That's why he starts laughing at them. Back in the present, Denji's condition is worsened, and he was vomiting continuously. At this time, Arai is with him. He starts saying that he used to look after his mom when she came home drunk from work, and not that it makes him as good a devil hunter as him. So, he is pretty jealous. Hearing this, Denji says that his first kiss tasted like barf, and yet he is jealous. After some time, everyone is ready to leave from here. But at this time Makima could not see Denji here, so she starts asking about him. Then Fushi tells that Himeno has picked him up and walked off somewhere. In the next scene, Denji finds himself in a dark place, but Himeno is with him, and this time she kisses Denji again. But she is still not fully conscious, and Denji's condition is also not good. Himeno then starts telling him that she noticed he was head over heels for Makima. But at this moment Denji's head is spinning. Himeno starts telling Denji that he could do better than that bitch. But he and Hayakawa fawning all over Makima. She then lies down next to him. At this time, Denji is completely shocked to see this, and then Himeno asks him if he wants to do it. Hearing this, he gets completely surprised, and he asks her what she is talking about. Then Himeno asks him for love-making, but Denji does not believe that she wants to do all this with him. That's when Himeno asks Denji to take off his clothes. Now, Denji also gets ready for this. Still, he seems to be confused. After this, Himeno starts taking off his shirt with her own hands. Denji starts thinking whether this is good or not, because he was supposed to have his first kiss with Miss Makima. But this chick puked all over that. So, Denji doubts if he can really let her have his first time. Himeno is drunk at this moment and wants to take advantage of him. She has taken off his shirt and is about to take off his pants too. Himeno starts to take off his pants and Denji is completely surprised. Meanwhile, she realizes that Denji has put something in his pocket. So, she asks Denji about it, but he doesn't give any answer on this. When Himeno checks his pocket, she finds a Chupa Chups. Now seeing this, Denji starts thinking. Then we see a flashback scene when he was sitting with Makima after kissing. But this time he seems troubled. So, Makima starts asking Denji about it, and tells him that he should get some fresh air. Hearing this, Denji comes out of the hotel for some time, while Makima buys nausea medicine for him from the supermarket, and tells him to take it along with some water when he goes to bed. But something was still bothering Denji, so he decides to talk to Makima about it. He tells her that his first kiss has turned out really trashy. So, even if he kisses a bunch of girls from now on, maybe he is going to remember the taste of puke every time. Makima is listening to his words carefully. She has a Chupa Chups and asks Denji to open his mouth. She puts her Chupa Chups in his mouth. Now, Denji is completely shocked by this, because he didn't expect Makima to do something like this to him. And this thing is also an indirect kiss. Denji stares at Makima and cannot speak to her. Then Makima starts telling him that she doubts he will ever forget how that puke tasted. But it's okay, because until he dies, he is going to experience a lot of new things. Also, he would not have time to think about vomiting. She then tells Denji that as for his first indirect kiss, looks like it tastes like a cola-flavored Chupa Chups. Hearing this, Denji keeps looking at the Chupa Chups. In the next scene, we see that he has still kept that Chupa Chups with him. Apart from this, he has also refused to make love with Himeno. That's why Himeno is lying on the bed alone, while Denji himself is lying on the floor. But at this time, he was also remembering Pachita. He also says sorry to him, because he probably wanted to score. But Denji wants the first time to be with Miss Makima. So, until he kills the gun devil, he can't do it. The next day, Hymno wakes up before Denji. While Denji was still asleep, she wakes him up and asks for breakfast. In the next scene, Denji is having breakfast with Hymno. He is watching the people while having breakfast, because of which he is enjoying this experience very much. Hymno tells Denji that she was so drunk last night, so she blacked out. But still, she did not take advantage of him last night. To which Denji says that she thinks he wants a piece of some pukey chick. But his first time is going to be with Miss Makima. Hearing this, Hymno tells Denji that this is a relief, because they will throw him in jail for doing that kind of thing with minors. However, Denji does not speak anything on this matter. Then Hymno starts telling Denji that he is totally different from others, because most people would feel too awkward to eat after something like that. To which Denji asks who turns down free food. Meanwhile, Hymno asks Denji if he likes Miss Makima too. Denji then replies that he super likes her. Hearing this, Hymno asks Denji if he would still like her if her personality was trashy. To which Denji says that he would like anything of hers. Just then, Makima gets an idea. She tells Denji that he is going to get the two of them together. Denji immediately gets excited hearing this and asks Hymno if she can really do it. Then Makima tells Denji that she can. So, she proposes that they should form a secret alliance, because she is going to help him get together with Miss Makima, so he will have to help her get with Hayakawa. Hearing this, Denji thinks about it for a while, and then asks her what she likes about Hayakawa, to which Hymno talks about his face. After this, we see that Denji is happy with Hymno's proposal, and that is why he agrees to do this alliance with her. Then Hymno tells Denji that starting today they are not just co-workers, but good friends. She then tells Denji that he should come over for breakfast every now and then bring the power and Hayakawa. However, Denji was still thinking about Miss Makima, and he wonders if she would come also. In the next scene we see a train, in which Makima was going to Kyoto, and this time she has a partner along with her. Makima asks her partner when they are supposed to arrive in Kyoto. Then her partner tells her that it will take about 30 minutes to reach there. Now, Makima thinks to buy a lunch at the station, to which her partner says that she has got a lunch meeting. Then Makima says that she will make sure to be hungry again by then. Meanwhile, we learn that she is not interested to meet with the Kyoto bigwigs, but they are so intimidating. So, a meal is better when she gets to relax. Also, she was remembering about last night's party, because the drinks were very good. Just then we see some suspicious people in this train, and as soon as the train is about to pass through a tunnel, they shoot Makima and his partner with their guns, but they could not get any chance to save themselves. At this time, Makima and her partner are badly injured, and their killers are talking about Team C. In the next scene, we see Denji, Hymno, Hayakawa, and Power sitting in a restaurant. But today there was a strange silence all around, because of which it seems that something is going to happen here. On the other hand, an old lady approaches Kobni and Eri to ask for directions, while the others are busy in their own works. As the old lady moves away from Kobni and Eri, she takes out a gun from her, about which Kobni and Eri do not know anything. Apart from this, there are many other people here who have guns. Just then the old lady shoots Kobni and Eri. Meanwhile, Denji hears some sound, but no one has any idea about the firing, because of which no one pays attention to this and they think that maybe there is a festival today. Power asks Hymno if she and Denji truly not mate last night, to which Hymno tells Power that Denji is more of a gentleman than she would think. Suddenly an unknown person tells them that he is amazed that they can eat ramen at this point, and then he asks them if the taste do not bug them, but none of them know about the man. Denji says that he likes this food, but Power angrily forbids him to talk to her casually. Then the unknown man says that they can't tell good from bad when it comes to food, because they eat crap from an early age, so they are bound to have bad taste when they are grown, and it is hard to be happy with bad taste also. To which Power angrily says that she is perfectly happy. Then the unknown man starts saying that his granddad was the sweetest guy in the world, and he took him to fancy places with really good food. But Denji and his companions try to ignore the words of this unknown man. Then he starts saying that he was a Yakuza, but he was still a good guy. They would have called him a necessary evil, but only ever killed a handful of women and children. Also, he used to spoil him rotten with the money he made from dealing. However, everyone loved him and he was the real model of a Takayoite. At this moment Denji is also surprised and is listening to all his words carefully. Now, the unknown man takes out a photograph, and he tells Denji that he loved him too. Seeing this, Denji asks him what he wants. Hayakawa asks Denji if he knows him, but right now Denji doesn't give him any answer. The unknown man starts saying that he heard the gun devil is after his heart. Suddenly he shoots Denji with his gun. After this, he is going to shoot the others as well. but Power attacks that man, and Hayakawa stops the unknown man from escaping with the help of his fox devil. However, Denji and Himeno are badly injured. Then the fox devil starts telling Hayakawa that he has certainly put something outrageous in her mouth this time, because he is neither human nor devil. Hayakawa is surprised to hear this from her, because he doesn't understand what the fox devil is talking about. Meanwhile, the unknown man rips apart the fox devil and comes out. He was looking very dangerous and many blades are also attached in his body. Seeing this, Hayakawa also understands that this danger is really very big. That's why he tells Power to stop Himeno's bleeding. Now, the strange man starts attacking Hayakawa, so Hayakawa also faces him with his sword. He starts wounding the strange man, during which the fox devil was counting down. Now, the strange man is so furious and he tries to kill Hayakawa with his blade. But Hayakawa is also very talented. He defends himself from each of his attacks and wounds him one more time with his sword. During this, the fox devil was also helping him, because of which Hayakawa was able to face the strange man very easily. But the fox devil's countdown is about to end, and with that, the strange man kicks Hayakawa and throws him away. Hayakawa is also very surprised at this time, because even he could not understand what this thing is. He then asks the fox devil to eliminate the strange man. Now, the fox devil's countdown was also over, and she immediately grabs the strange man in her claws. Now, he is unable to do anything, and the fox devil knocks him down. Hayakawa asks Power about Himeno's condition. Power then tells him that Himeno needs to be taken to the doctor. Hayakawa begins to think that the strange man had a gun. However, it should be impossible for anyone but the police or devil hunters to get them in Japan. And moreover, the strange man was talking about that the gun devil is after Denji's heart. But at this moment Hayakawa doesn't think much about it, because their first priority is getting Himeno looked after. Suddenly, a girl starts saying that getting hit by that nail enough times means he dies. Now hearing her voice, Hayakawa turns back and the girl tells him that he has got some pretty good moves. Hearing this, Hayakawa asks the girl where she has come from and if she is working with the strange man. But the girl doesn't answer any of his questions, and he brings the strange man back to life. Hayakawa is shocked to see this, as he could not understand what was happening here. The girl asks the strange man if he knows why he lost, to which the strange man says that he underestimated Hayakawa. After this, the girl tells him that he must kill him this time. Now hearing this, the strange man gets ready to kill Hayakawa, so Hayakawa also prepares himself to face him. But this time the strange man stands behind him at very high speed. This time he also injures him very easily and Hayakawa can't do anything to save himself. But he is still alive. The girl tells the strange man that the devil hunter suits are pretty sturdy, so she tells him to finish Hayakawa. Seeing this, Himeno tells Power not to worry about her and help Hayakawa, because she doesn't want to lose him. But Power doesn't go to face the strange man, because she could not even follow his movements. That's why she is not ready to face him. Himeno then decides to use her ghost hand. But her ghost hand was also very scared and starts saying that the girl is dreadful. At this time, Himeno was also badly injured. That's why she also cannot face the strange man in this condition. She then decides to give the ghost hand everything she has got. And in return, she asks her to give her everything she has got. The ghost hand agrees to help her and goes to kill the strange man. At this time, the ghost hand has come in her original form and her size is very large. Himeno starts saying that Hayakawa can cry. Most devil hunters see so many people around them die, and so often their tears run dry. But Hayakawa cries so easily. Now, the ghost hand and the strange man start attacking each other. Himeno starts saying that she used to think it was funny how Hayakawa would cry in private after the rookies he was looking after died. But having someone care enough for him to cry like that might be nice. Himeno then sacrifices one of her arms, because with the help of this, Ghost Hand was fighting with the strange man. Ghost Hand somehow manages to capture him and starts wounding. But now Himeno has sacrificed her other arm to save Hayakawa. The Ghost Hand is about to kill the strange man, so he asks the girl to do something. At this moment Hayakawa is watching Himeno and was saddened to see her in this condition. However, Himeno has decided to sacrifice herself, and she tells Hayakawa not to die on her, so that when she dies, he can cry for her. At this time Himeno has sacrificed more than half of her body, but the girl also gets ready to save the strange man, and kills the Ghost Hand using her snake. Hayakawa gets very sad seeing this, because Himeno has sacrificed herself in an attempt to save him, and Hayakawa can only see her clothes here. Now the girl asks the snake to leave from here. This makes Hayakawa very sad, because, apart from him, no one is left alive here. After some time, Blade Man comes near the girl. He tells her that the fiend has fled away, so he wants to go after her to catch her, but the girl refuses him. He tells Blade Man that their target was the chainsaw's heart, so there is no need to go after her. In the meantime, we see Hand Ghost. It approaches Denji and starts his chainsaw. This causes Denji's chainsaw to come out and he stands up to face them. The girl and Blade Man are surprised to hear Chainsaw's sound. Blade Man also gets ready to face Denji and says that he will cut him in half this time. But after hearing this, the girl asks him to be careful, because their main target is Denji's heart. That's why she doesn't want to damage it in any condition. Denji was also listening to her words. However, he has no idea who those people are and what they ultimately want to do with him. After this, he starts telling them that they are bad guys, and he just loves bad guys, because nobody is going to complain when he kills them. So, Denji is ready to attack them. Hearing this, Blade Man also prepares himself to face him, and then says that he will put him down again. Now, they are ready to face each other, and Denji goes to attack Blade Man first. He is very excited for this fight. But in reality, Blade Man is also powerful, so he is not scared of Denji at all and attacks him. We then learn that the girl's name is Sawatari. She tells her other team over walkie-talkie that they are in combat with Chainsaw on the 3rd floor of the West Narima building, so she asks them to bring backup. Meanwhile, we see that Hayakawa is also badly injured and a lot of blood is coming out of his body. On the other hand, a dangerous fight was going on between Denji and Blade Man, and both are trying to attack each other. In the beginning, Denji seems to be more powerful, and he is beating Blade Man badly. But now Blade Man also starts protecting himself from Denji's attack, and starts attacking him using stones. Now because of this, Denji seems to be getting weak in front of him. During this, we see that Blade Man's speed was more than Denji. But still, Denji does not accept his defeat in front of him, and he has injured Blade Man a lot. At the same time, some of his other people also come here. They have guns in their hand and asks Blade Man for permission to finish Denji, to which Blade Man says that they can aim for his arms or his heart. Hearing this, his men try to shoot Denji, but Denji kills them before they can. Just then Blade Man starts attacking again, because of which, a dangerous fight starts again between the two. This time Blade Man manages to wound Denji, which upsets Denji. Meanwhile, Blade Man's man tries to shoot Denji again, but he defends himself from his attack. Now, he makes that man hostage. He tells Blade Man that this guy is one of them. So, if he moves even 1 millimeter, then his face is going to turn into mincemeat. Blade Man gets angry at him because of this, and sits down in front of him. Seeing this, Denji thinks that Blade Man has surrendered to him. But suddenly, Blade Man disappears from his place and stands behind Denji. Denji was very surprised by this, but in reality, Blade Man has cut them both in half, and Denji's body is also split into 2 parts. This is how Blade Man finally manages to kill Denji. He then takes Denji's dead body, because he is going to take it with him, and then he asks one of his men to get the car. Hearing this, his man immediately goes to get the car, and Blade Man says that Chainsaw's friends should all be shot dead by now. After this, something melts down from Blade Man's body and he comes in the form of a human. He says that devil hunters are only humans, so they cannot win against guns. Now, there was silence everywhere, because too many devil hunters were killed at once today. On the other hand, Makima and his partner were also killed. That's why all other passengers in that train are scared. But the people who killed Makima and his partner start talking that they are almost at the station. So, they decide to move to another carriage and blend in with the civilians. Suddenly, Makima comes alive. They are surprised to see her and again try to shoot. But this time Makima kills them all. Next, we see Kyoto Station, where Tendo and Kuros are waiting for Makima to arrive. Meanwhile, a young man comes to them. He informs that Special Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4 were all ambushed in Tokyo. Tendo and Kuros both are shocked to hear this from him, because they could not believe this. Then Kuros starts saying that they waited there for nothing, because Makima is also dead. Still, they wait for the arrival of the train. When the train arrives at the station, all the passengers are looking very scared. But then Makima also stands in front of them. Kuros and Tendo are completely shocked to see her alive, because they just heard that Makima is also dead. But she is standing in front of them, and that's why they keep looking at her. Then Makima tells them that she has come under gunfire on the Shinkansen. There are bodies that need to be killed up and the luncheon is cancelled. But there was a lot of blood on Makima's clothes. So Tendo and Kuros start asking about it. Then Makima tells them that it is not hers and she was not shot. After this, we see that Makima has killed the murderers very badly. That's why the police force also comes here in some time. Kuros starts saying to Makima, it seems like it is total chaos over there. but they haven't got any specifics and checking the casualties right now. After that, he asks if they should go to Tokyo to assist, but Tendo refuses for this, because they would not make it in time. Then Makima starts saying that their target is probably Denji, but they will deal with it here. After that, she tells Kuros to borrow 30 convicts serving a life sentence or worse from the Ministry of Justice. Apart from this, she tells Tendo to rent out a nearby shrine at the highest altitude possible. Now, it seems from her words that she is definitely going to do something big, but her clothes are got dirty because of the blood, so she tells them to get her some clean clothes. In the next scene, we see some people who are being taken to Makima. All these people are eating and drinking very well, but they have no idea what is going to happen to them. That's why these people start asking each other where they are going. But after hearing this, the officer asks them to be quiet. Now, all these people again get busy and eating. On the other hand, Makima has changed her dirty clothes and she is ready wearing new. Only then Tendo comes here and informs her that they are almost here, to which Makima says that she will be there soon. In some time, all the convicts are brought to one place, which is a very high place. On the other hand, Blade Man and Sawatari are carrying Denji's dead body with them. Blade Man tells Sawatari that he won't be able to fight for a while now. Blade Man's people were having trouble dragging Denji's dead body because it is too heavy, so he calls another man for help. After hearing this, his companion comes to him, but he could not understand where he is supposed to hold. Suddenly he starts feeling that something is going to happen to him. Due to this, other people with him get confused, because till now everything was absolutely fine here. So, Sawatari starts asking him about it, but even he could not understand anything. Suddenly, he dies in a very mysterious way. Seeing this, Sawatari and everyone else are completely shocked. They could not understand how this happened, because there was no one else here except them. But Sawatari understood that this danger is too big, so she immediately contacts other team and asks if Team C have confirmed Makima's death. Then a person from Team E talks to Sawatari. He tells her that they have been unable to contact Team C, but then suddenly he also dies. Now, this makes Sawatari even more scared. She understood that Makima is doing all this. In the next scene, we see that all the convicts have been blindfolded. Apart from this, Kuros and Tendo are also have been blindfolded. But we see Makima standing in front of them and she was actually killing Sawatari's people from here in Tokyo. But Kuros still doesn't understand what Makima is doing. So, he asks Tendo why they also need to be blindfolded, to which Tendo says that Makima reports directly to the Chief Cabinet Secretary. So, ordinary devil hunters are not authorized to know which devils she has contracts with. Now, Makima comes to a convict and asks him to repeat the name Shizumashima. Then he repeats that name. Makima starts wringing her hands and smiling. On the other hand, Blade Man asks his people to keep Denji's dead body inside the car. But suddenly something starts happening to him, and then we learn that his name is Shizumashima. Now, Blade Man starts getting angry over Mishima. Just then Makima kills him also by using her power. This makes Blade Man and Sawatari more surprised, because till now, they did not understand how all this is happening. But with the death of Mishima, that convict also dies, who had spoken the name of Mishima. After this, Makima comes to another convict, and asks him to repeat the name of Takashi Inao. So, he repeats the name of Takashi Inao as soon as Takashi Inao dies shortly thereafter. But with this time also that convict also dies. Some of the people of Sawatari panic because of this and immediately start running away. But now it is impossible for them to escape from Makima, and Makima starts killing them too easily. Meanwhile, one of these killers makes a girl hostage, because he thinks that by doing so he can save his life from Makima. But this does not bother Makima and she kills him very easily. This is how Sawatari's people are killed. But all the convicts are also dead. However, Blade Man and Sawatari still happen to be alive. On the other hand, Kuros and Tendo are still blindfolded. But Makima now asks them to remove. She tells Tendo and Kuros that she has finished what she can do from here. So, she is returning to Tokyo. But Tendo and Kuros are unable to say anything on this matter, because they are not able to understand anything. On the other hand, Blade Man and Sawatari also understand that it has stopped. So, Sawatari also comes to know that this ridiculous power is probably Makima's. After this, she plans to run away from here immediately with Blade Man. But Blade Man was very upset, because he couldn't understand how Makima is still alive. Now, Blade Man and Sawatari decide to leave, but at the same time Kobni comes in front of them. because when the old lady tried to kill Eri and her, Eri stood in front of Kobni to save her, due to which Kobni's life was saved and Eri sacrificed himself while saving her. So, she wants to kill Blade Man and Sawatari, so that he can avenge the death of Eri and the others. Seeing this, Sawatari immediately summons her snake here, because with its help she wants to kill Kobni. But Kobni is also very talented. She somehow saves herself. Meanwhile, Blade Man tries to shoot her, but Kobni still manages to save herself and promptly chops off his arm. Apart from this, she also shoots him. Seeing this, Sawatari tries to shoot her, but Kobni still manages to save herself and puts Denji's dead body in front of her. Now because of this, Sawatari cannot do anything to her, but Blade Man was also badly injured at this time. So, Sawatari doesn't want to waste her time fighting with Kobni. She then immediately gets inside the car with Blade Man. Seeing this, Kobni tries to shoot her, but Sawatari manages to escape. Denji was also dead. That's why Kobni becomes more sad and feels sorry about trying to kill him last time. But now all these things were of no use. So, she starts asking herself why she is still saying that. And what is she doing? Now, Kobni starts crying a lot, because she was missing Eri, who sacrificed himself to save her. But this angered Kobni as well and she killed the old lady to avenge Eri's death. But she could not save Eri. So, she feels sorry for this and thinks that everything is her fault. Now because of this, she starts feeling guilty and decides to leave the job, because she can't take it anymore, and this job is driving her crazy. She decides to tell Makima about it when she meets her. Meanwhile, Makima is back in Tokyo with Kuros and Tendo. There, she meets with Madoka. Makima then asks how many in the Special Division survived. Then Madoka tells that Special Division 1, 2, 3, and 4 all came under gunfire. So, almost all the humans died. Now, Makima understands that shooting specifically targeting the Special Division. That means the Gun Devil is very likely involved. Madoka tells that he has an order from the superiors, and due to the personnel shortage all 4 Special Divisions will merge into one. So, Tokyo Special Division 4 will be under her command from now on. Hearing this, Kuros and Tendo starts to panic. Meanwhile, Madoka gives Makima a letter, which is actually his resignation letter, because he wants to leave the job of Devil Hunter. Seeing this, Makima asks him about it. Then Madoka says that it is getting sinister in the Special Division, so it is either quit or die. After this, Makima does not say anything about this and starts leaving from here. But Madoka tells Makima that he has one last question for her. He then asks Makima how much of this had she anticipated. To which, Makima says that she cannot discuss public safety's internal affairs with civilians. She then thanks Madoka for his service and says that she will pass his resignation letter. Makima then leaves with Kuros and Tendo. Meanwhile, Kuros tells Makima that it is not like they are joining her special division. And Tendo also says that they are just here as advisors, so they will be on their way back to Kyoto in 1 week. To which Makima tells them that it is a shame, because there are so many great restaurants in Tokyo. In the next scene, we see a hospital. Now, everyone comes to know from the news that the public safety devil hunters were engaged in a battle at the West Narima building. The investigation is underway. Hayakawa is admitted to this hospital, where Denji and Power also are with him. Hayakawa's condition is still not good, but nothing has happened to Denji and Power. However, Hayakawa is very sad. Meanwhile, Denji takes an apple and starts eating it. Seeing this, Power starts quarreling with him, because she also wants to eat the same apple. But Denji doesn't give it to her and says that it's his, because there is no apple for cowards who ran away from the enemy. To which Power says that she did not run away, but she left because she was hungry. Still, Denji doesn't believe her words, because he thinks she is lying. Now because of this, Power gets even more angry at Denji. Seeing this, Hayakawa immediately tells them to calm down. He then inquires them who else is still alive from Division 4. Both of them calm down after hearing this. Denji tells Hayakawa that little girl Kobni and the guy with the glasses are alive, but he quit public safety. Knowing about this, Hayakawa gets a bit upset. However, he says nothing about it. Denji tells him that Makima asked for him and Power, so they are going to split. Power also says that she was just here for the fruit, and she then goes out. But Denji feels pity on Hayakawa, so he leaves an apple for him. Hayakawa was very sad at this time, and he doesn't speak anything. After remaining calm for some time, he takes out his sword and asks the Cursed Devil how many years he has left. Then Cursed Devil tells him that only 2 years. After this, Hayakawa says nothing and decides to smoke a cigarette to calm himself down. But as soon as he tries to light the cigarette, he starts remembering Himeno, because she was the one who asked him to smoke cigarettes for the first time. Now because of this, he does not dare to smoke a cigarette and starts crying a lot remembering Himeno. On the other hand, Denji is still standing at the door and hears Hayakawa's cries. He came back for his manga but caught him crying. Denji understood that a bunch of his workmates are died and his teammate Himeno is dead too. That's why he is crying. Suddenly, Denji stops there because he also starts remembering the moments spent with Himeno. Now, Denji gets upset because of this, but he does not understand why he has no tears at all. After that, he starts remembering about Pachita, because he was so sad when Pachita died. But now that it is Himeno, she was the first person to say that she would be his friend. But still, Denji was not feeling sad about her death. That's why he starts thinking if he is too cold. After this, he starts thinking about these things. He does not understand whether he would cry or not if Power died. But he really doesn't think so. Denji thinks about Hayakawa as well. But even his death will not hurt Denji. After this, he also starts thinking about Makima, because he has spent a lot of time with her as well. He feels that if she died, he would probably be down for a while and carry on with his happy life in 3 days. Because he will be happy as long as he has 3 meals a day, a bath, and a good sleep. But he then starts worrying about himself too. He starts thinking if he lost not just his organ heart, but the heart of a human also. Still, he is not very serious about all this, because he knows that unhappy thoughts will only make him unhappy. He then goes to meet Makima with Power. Just then, Tendo and Kuros also come to meet Hayakawa. Kuros starts talking about seeing Hayakawa crying, but Hayakawa does not know anything about them too. That's why he asks them who they are. Then Tendo tells that they have come from Kyoto to as advisors for Division 4 at Makima's request. Meanwhile, Kuros looks at the apple, so he asks if he can have that. But Hayakawa says nothing, because he could not understand what these two have come here to do. In the next scene, we see Denji and Power with Makima. She came with them to a cemetery. She tells them that the hotel incident and the latest attack proved that Denji is their target. So, she was planning to strengthen Division 4, but almost all the members died. Hearing this, Denji asks Makima if she is going to train them, to which Makima says that she will be pretty busy, so she is going to introduce them to someone who is perfect for this job. After some time, Makima brings them to an old man, the one who will train them. Makima is about to tell Denji and Power the name of the old man, but then the old man himself stops her, because he wants to ask some questions before training them. He first asks how they felt when their teammates died. But both of them were not much saddened by the death of their teammates. After this, the old man asks them if they want to get revenge. Then Denji says that it is too dark, so he doesn't like it, and Power also gets agreed. At last, the old man asks which side they are on, humans or devils. Hearing this, Denji gets surprised for some time. He then says that whoever takes care of him, he is on his side. Whereas, Power says whoever that is winning, she is on his side. The old man gets impressed by their answers and says that they both have gotten perfect score, because types like them are so few. So, he likes them. But Power finds the old man very weird. The old man then tells Makima that she can leave, because their training has begun here and now. Makima leaves from here thanking to the old man. Just then the old man grabs both Power and Denji in his arms. He tells them that he is a devil hunter from Division 1. So, he will be happy if they can call him master. He likes booze, women, and killing devils. Both are surprised to hear this from him. Suddenly, the old man grabs the neck of both of them. But the two could do nothing to save themselves, and the old man snaps their necks. Now because of this, both of them are not even able to move from their place. Then the old man tells them that their muscle and bone structure are the same as humans, so they are unable to move when their neck is snapped. But the difference between them and humans is they can recover by drinking blood. After this, the old man takes out a packet of blood from him and gives them both to drink. Now because of this, both of them wake up immediately. But Denji didn't understand anything, so he asks him what he did that for. To which the old man says that Makima asked him to train them, because for whatever reason, the gun devil wants Denji's heart. But he is just a small fry who will be crushed in no time. So, that must have worried Makima a lot. But because of these things, Power gets angry on him, and she starts asking why he strangled them. To which the old man says that he has trained humans before, but it is his first time with devils. So, the drunken was thinking about what to do. Just then an idea come to him. He is the strongest devil hunter, so the devil who can defeat him would be the strongest too. That's why he will keep hunting them too until they are able to defeat him. After this, he asks them to get ready. But now Denji and Power seem a bit confused by this, because they feel that they would easily defeat him. So, Denji thinks that they will get arrested if they kill him. Nevertheless, Denji and Power agree to fight with the old man at his behest. Denji goes to attack him first, but the old man easily wounds him with his knife. Now, Denji was very surprised because of this, because he underestimated the old man. After this, Power also goes to attack the old man with her blood weapon, but the old man wounds her too easily. That's why even Power could not stand in front of him. Denji was also badly injured and fell down. Now seeing him in such condition, the old man says that the boy is immortal and the fiend is semi-immortal, but all they think about is bashing someone's head. However, neither of them have human rights. The old man further states that ever since he was a kid, he was too strong and constantly broke his toys. So, he has always wanted toys that won't break. That's why he decides to turn them into the best. But now both were badly injured, which proves that the old man is much more powerful than them. On the other hand, Hayakawa tries to summon Fox Devil Khan, but it doesn't come here. This upsets Hayakawa, and he doesn't understand why this is happening. Then Kuros tells him that the Fox Devil won't come, because he abused the power and got on its bad side. So, it probably wouldn't ever let him use it again. After this, it is revealed that the sword with Hayakawa is actually the Cursed Devil, but he can use it a few more times. Hayakawa asks them this is what they do as advisors. Then Kuros says that he is glad Hayakawa is so quick. Tendo tells him that they are here to do career coaching for the humans in the special division. So, it may sound inappropriate, but he doesn't think it's time to quit after the incident. In fact, someone from his division did leave. After this, Kuros starts saying that it is okay if he wants to carry on with this job, but they need him to be sufficiently prepared. Hearing this, Hayakawa asks about it. Then Tendo says if he is staying, he needs to make a contract with a stronger devil to contribute to the special division. However, Kuros asks if he wants to quit and enjoy the life he has left, or he wants to stay here in this hell. But Hayakawa doesn't want to quit, because the one who killed his family and the one who killed his teammate are both alive. That's why he wants to take revenge. Hearing this, Kuros and Tendo also agree with him. Kuros tells Hayakawa that it is already late, so they are leaving for today, but they will be back tomorrow with the paperwork. Kuros tells Tendo that what their senior in Kyoto told them was true, because nobody in the special division is in their right mind. So, he tells Hayakawa to be careful, but he may want to take an objective look at himself. Also, Kuros tells Hayakawa that there is a lady here to see him. After this, they both leave from here and a lady enters inside this room. She has taken a bag in her hand, but now Hayakawa is surprised to see that lady. On the other hand, the old man has defeated Denji in power many times, but now it is night, so he decides to leave from here and tells them that he will visit them at their place tomorrow. But at this time, the condition of both have become very bad. That's why nobody says anything. Suddenly, Denji falls down again, because at this time his mind was not working well. Along with this, he also starts doing strange things. So, Power gets mad at him and starts punching him to bring him back to his senses. Because of this, Denji immediately regains consciousness. He asks Power how many times he was killed today, to which Power tells at least 20 times, but she went unconscious when he died, so she is not exactly sure about it. After this, both of them also start leaving from here. Power tells Denji that old man is so strong, to which Denji says that he would not be happy at all if he has to keep living like this, because he worked so hard to be happy, but now he is working so hard and unhappy. Hearing this, Power talks about running away from here together, but Denji refuses her, because it would be running away from public safety if they did, and then they would do everything to hunt them. However, Denji also becomes very angry with the old man, because he treated them like his toys. So, he is starting to get really mad. That's when Power finds a way to defeat the old man. That's why she becomes very happy. She tells Denji that the old man is very strong, but alcohol has rotten his brain, so they should fight him using their brains. Denji also becomes very happy after hearing this, and then says that he has been wanting to do that lately too. After this, they make a plan to kill the old man together. Now, Denji is feeling like he has gotten way smarter already, to which Power says that she already has 100 ideas in her mind. Now because of this, both of them think that together they would defeat the old man very easily. The next day, the old man comes at Denji and Power's room looking for them. But now both of them have also come to know about his arrival, so they get all set to face him. Denji says that anyone who ruins their daily life has to die. Meanwhile, the old man comes and stands at the door. On the other side, Denji and Power also prepare their weapons to attack him. Power uses her blood weapon to attack the old man, but he defends himself from her attack. Now because of this, he is also ready to face both of them. But they also have blood in some bottles, and Power tries to turn them into weapons to attack the old man. But in reality, the old man is also very powerful. That's why he breaks all the weapons of power very easily. Meanwhile, Denji also comes to attack the old man from behind. But the old man kicks him with great speed and Denji falls down injured. After this, the old man praises the effort of Denji and power, because a prey will use its brain at the moment of life or death. So, he tells them to use their brain to the fullest. Now, he tells them that there are 2 reasons they failed this time. First, Power uses too much blood fighting like that and makes herself anemic. Second, Denji failed to predict his attack. However, it was a nice try overall. Now, the old man tells them that they are done for the day, so he is going for a drink. After this, Denji also tells Power about it, to which Power says that today they are very lucky. Suddenly, the old man stabs Denji in his forehead. Denji is surprised to see this and also smiling. The old man tells that a prey should never trust a hunter. Denji is killed once again. On the other hand, Hayakawa is with Tendo and Kuros, who are taking him to some secret place in the elevator. Kuros tells Hayakawa that signing a contract with a strong devil means the contract will probably be brutal, but they are not doing it to torture him. Tendo says that when he returns to work, he will be plunging into the lion's cage. That's why he will need a weapon to defend himself. After some time, Tendo and Kuros take Hayakawa to a secret place, where Kuros tells Hayakawa that this is where public safety locks up the devils they captured. So, he needs to find his weapon here. Meanwhile, Kuros asks Hayakawa if that cute girl is his girlfriend from yesterday. Hearing this, Tendo tells him to keep his mouth shut. Hayakawa tells them that she is his teammate's sister, to which Kuros asks if she hit him. Hayakawa then tells that she came to give him some letters, after which Tendo also asks about the letters. Scene changes, where Himeno's sister has come to visit Hayakawa. She tells Hayakawa these are the letters her sister sent her, so she thinks that he should also read them. Hearing this, Hayakawa opens a letter, in the beginning of which Himeno asked about her father and his health. But after that, she also wrote about Hayakawa in this letter. She wrote that she made Hayakawa ear piercing. He is surprised to see this. It was further written in the letter that how she can get Hayakawa to quit, which shows that Himeno was very concerned about him. Now, Tendo and Kuros come in front of cell number 108 with Hayakawa. Kuros says that they would like him to make a contract with the devil in this cell, and it is the future devil. Also, 2 people in public safety have a contract with it. One of them gave half his lifespan, and the other gave it his eyes, senses of taste and smell. So if it likes him, he may get a better deal. Kuros then unlocks the door and asks Hayakawa to enter. Now as soon as he enters the cell, the door closes again. Hayakawa sees a big eye in front of him in the dark, while Tendo and Kuros are watching all this from outside. Now standing in the dark, this devil starts staring at Hayakawa. Future devil appears in front of him. He has a big eye inside his stomach, and because of this, he looks very strange. He starts saying the future rules in front of Hayakawa, and then asks him also to repeat like that. But Hayakawa does not listen to him, and says that he is here to make a contract with him. So, he just asks to tell him what he wants from him. Now hearing this, Future Devil gets angry with him, and says that his attitude is the worst ever. However, he tells Hayakawa to show him his future, because the details of a contract depend on the future. That's why, he tells him to hurry up and stick his head into his stomach, because without it, he can't see his future. After this, Hayakawa gets ready to do the same, and sticks his head into his stomach. This is how Future Devil gets to know how Hayakawa is going to die in the future. After this, he talks to him about the contract, and asks to let him live in his right eye. Hearing this from him, Hayakawa starts thinking about it. Seeing this, Future Devil tells him that he must be thinking what it is, because he will die in the worst possible way. Hayakawa is a little surprised to hear this from him. The Future Devil then says that he must be curious how he will die, and then goes to tell him about it. But Hayakawa himself refuses to talk to him about it, because he is not interested in knowing. After this, he says that as long as he can kill those he wants to kill, he does not care what comes after. Now, he asks him to hurry up and gets in his eye. Meanwhile, Denji and Power are practicing with the old man named Kishibe, where he still beats them both very badly. But we see that this time they have left a cut on his face. So, Kishibe gives their moves a perfect score, and from now on, they don't need to train every day, because they will do it once a week. Hearing this, Denji and Power feel a bit relaxed, but Kishibe advises them to keep a cool head, even when they get excited. Also, they need to always remember their weapons and the situation. But in light of their training, they will have real combat tomorrow. But Denji and Power don't understand this and Power asks about it. Then Kishibe tells that they are going to capture Katana Man and Snake Girl, who killed Hymno and the others. However, it will be the new Division 4's debut. So if the mission fails, Division 4 will be finished. Further, Denji and Power will be put down via a real battle with him. Hearing this, Denji also tells the Kishibe if that happens, he will let him go without killing him, because he has made him stronger, so he can kill more devils now. And if he does that, he will get a date with Miss Makima. That's why he is excited for that. After some time, Kishibe meets Makima, where Makima praises him for working so hard. Then she says that she knows he has been quite busy, so she hopes that he can keep training Denji and Power. But Kishibe says that he is sick of them already, because every time a dog he trains dies and he drinks more alcohol. He thought he would not feel guilty even if the toys broke. But his mind has got weak with age, so he gets attached to toys. After this, Makima asks him what he wanted to talk about. Then Kishibe starts talking about the ambush on the special divisions. He tells Makima that public safety are no fools, but she knew about it and let it happen. To which Makima says that she was ambushed too. Then Kishibe says that whatever inhuman things she does, or even if she kills his dogs, as long as she is still on the human side, he will leave her alone. But only as long as that is true. Hearing this, Makima tells Kishibe that all she wants is to save as many people from the devils as possible. So, if this mission succeeds, Division 4 will be all over the news, and then they will have more freedom to operate and save more people from the devils. But on this, Kishibe calls her a liar, after which Makima does not speak anything. In the next scene, we see a big building where some people are guarding outside with guns, because Katana Man and Snake Girl are hiding here. But at this time, Katana Man seemed troubled by something. Then one of his men comes and tells him that they had the big boss move to the villa, so he should go too. But Sawatari is not ready for this at all, because as long as Makima is alive, there is nowhere to hide in Japan. So they should be prepared to meet the enemy here. After listening to her, the people of Katana Man start getting angry on her. Then Katana Man starts saying that if Grandpa were here, he would never stand for running away. And the damn Denji is in Division 4, so Katana Man has to rip out his heart this time. But Sawatari says that there is no need to worry about the leader, because he can be revived anyway. But if they are staying here, they need to worry about not getting bitten instead. But the people of Katana Man don't understand what she's talking about. That's why they start asking about it. Then Katana Man tells all of them that their secret weapon is underneath, which is Grandpa's gift when he died, because there is a zombie army made of scum who could not pay back their debts. After this, Sawatari reveals that humans bitten by zombies will turn into zombies. That's how they will finish Division 4. The next day, we see Hayakawa. He is in with Kuros and Tendo. Kuros tells Hayakawa that they are going back to Kyoto once they are done sightseeing, so they will probably never see him again. That's why he asks Hayakawa to let him ask a question, because he heard that he is after the gun devil. But he does not believe that Hayakawa can kill it. Kuros then tells Hayakawa that he lost to an enemy who killed almost 20 members of the special divisions. So, he wants to know what makes him think that he can defeat the devil that killed millions around the world, because their lives were ruined by the gun devil too. That's why they joined public safety. But they don't even consider killing the gun devil, because anyone in their rational mind knows it is impossible. That's why he says that this thing about him makes him more angry, because he is so weak, yet he gives himself a goal like the main character of a manga. So, it's so cringy and it gives him goosebumps. Hearing all this, Hayakawa tells Kuros to keep that gibberish to himself, because they should just stand back and watch. When he loses and dies, they can laugh at him, because he is aware that he has lost already. But he also knows that he could not go on living if he did not do this. After this, Hayakawa gets out from the car at a place. Also, he thanks Kuros for the advice. But then Kuros stops Hayakawa once again. He tells him that he is very annoying, so he is rooting for him. Also, he decides to give him one last piece of advice, because everyone in the special divisions is insane, so he needs to watch out. But Hayakawa says nothing on this matter and Kuros leaves from here with Tendo. On the other hand, we see Makima. She has gone to meet a mafia, because she wants his cooperation in her mission. The mafia tells Makima that some of their young bloods went rogue and fired guns in Tokyo, so he will answer all her questions, but he hopes that she can understand he didn't order this hit. He then shows Sawatari's photo to Makima and says that the one behind it all is this Sawatari girl, because she has been tricking their youngsters into making a contract with the gun devil. Makima asks the mafia what the terms of the contract are. Then he tells her that for 20,000 yen to the gun devil, they can get guns and ammo. However, he is also surprised that if devils need money in their world too. Now, he thinks that they are not so different from humans after all, Just then Makima asks him to write down the names of everyone who has a contract with the gun devil. Hearing this, the mafia also agrees with her and says that she can throw them into jail and teach them a lesson. But then Makima tells him that not only in his organization but she needs the names of those from other syndicates too. The mafia gets scared after hearing this. He tells Makima that she doesn't have a clue how things work here. So, even he knew those names, they would have a war on their hands if they found out that he squealed. To which Makima says that it is for the safety of the public, so she would appreciate his cooperation. But the mafia is not ready to accept this. He asks if she knows what necessary evil is, because if different organizations went into war with each other, foreign mafias would find their way into Japan. So, he admits that they do some bad things, but the Chinese and Russian mafias are far worse than them, so they are the ones keeping them out. He then says that just like that the devil hunters keep humans safe from devils, the Yakuza keep the Japanese people safe from foreigners, because they believe many devil hunters are uneducated. So, it is natural that she would not understand. Now, all the people around her also start laughing at her. Just then Makima takes out a small bag from her. Seeing this, the man says that he would not betray his own for some change. Then Makima tells this is not money, but it is everyone here, his parents, grandmothers, grandfathers, brothers, sisters, lovers or wives' eyes. The mafia also gets scared after hearing this. However, he opens the bag and tries to check it. Inside this, there are many eyes. Now, the mafia is very much afraid of this thing. But Makima tells him not to worry about it, because they have someone in public safety that can put their eyes back. But if he can be so kind as to cooperate, she will introduce them. Meanwhile, enraged by this, a man goes to kill Makima. But Makima uses her power, due to which, blood starts coming from the nose of that man and he falls down. Makima tells the mafia that the necessary evil he talked about is just an excuse to justify his crimes. But their society doesn't need those excuses, because the truly necessary evils are always kept collared and controlled by the state. Hearing this, the man gets very scared. On the other hand, Division 2 and the police have surrounded the basement and the ground floor exits, so Division 4 is responsible for suppression inside the building. Now, Sawatari tells Katana Man to kill as many public safety members as possible and take Denji's heart, because at least the two of them should be able to escape afterwards if she uses the snake. Now, Katana Man decides to kill Denji this time, but Sawatari tells him not to get too excited. On the other hand, Denji, Power, and Kobni are also here, but Kobni is feeling too scared and she starts talking about going to home. To which Denji says that she can go, but he had training, so he will kill that guy with hair on his temples. Power says that the training even made them smarter. That's why both are very excited for today's combat. Hayakawa is also watching all their actions. He comes to Kishibe and asks about the plan, to which Kishibe says that there is no plan, because they are throwing everyone in the special division at that building. He then sends Hayakawa, Denji, Power, and Kobni inside the building. That's when Lieutenant Shina of Kanagawa Police also comes here. Also, Furuno of Division 2 is here. Kishibe then introduces himself as the captain of Division 4. He tells that the police in Division 2 will be blocking the ground floor and the basement exits, and Division 4 will go in to subdue the terrorists. But there is only one thing they should be aware of, because most of the members in Division 4 are non-humans. So, if they let them escape, the damage will be worse than a terrorist attack. That's why they need to be prepared for a battle against Division 4 as well, and he will give them the rundown on their members. On the other hand, we see a shark fiend. He starts attacking the zombies. We see this one can swim on any surface, and he can take a devil form for a short period. He starts to kill all the zombies very easily. Meanwhile, he is about to attack the violence fiend, but he kicks the shark fiend down, because he thought he was also a zombie. After this, violence fiend also starts attacking the zombies. Normally, they should be weaker as fiends than they are as devils, but this one is still too strong as a fiend. So, Kishibe has made him wear a poison dispensing mask and asked him not to remove it under any circumstances. Meanwhile, Violence Fiend sees a lady here and asks her to leave, because she will turn into a zombie if she gets bitten. Just then he comes to know that the lady is actually a devil. After this, she changes into the spider devil. She usually takes a human shape, and devils with human-like appearance tend to be friendly to humans. However, Devil is a devil, and she also starts attacking the zombies. During this, she was looking very dangerous. Meanwhile, the severed head of a zombie comes to Angel Devil, and she swallows it. However, this one is special. A devil who is not hostile towards humans, but does not approach. Because if anyone touches this one, his lifespan will get absorbed. Meanwhile, Hayakawa and Denji also come here and they start killing zombies. Just then Angel Devil asks Hayakawa if he got a handkerchief. Hearing this, Hayakawa gives his handkerchief to her. Angel Devil asks him why he got so close to her. Because his life will be shortened if he touches her. Then Hayakawa says that it is not possible through cloth. Suddenly, a man tries to shoot Hayakawa, but Angel Devil saves him by using her wings. After this, Hayakawa kills the man. Now, he tells Angel Devil to move him outside, to which Angel Devil says that he is ordering her around. But still, it is better than fighting. Now, Hayakawa tells Denji and Kobni to leave these two fiends, because they are going after Katana Man and Snake Girl. Hearing this, Denji asks if he knows where they are, but even Hayakawa did not know about it, so he decides to go separately. After this, Hayakawa comes to the 4th floor, but no one was there and blood was everywhere. Suddenly a man tries to shoot him, but Hayakawa manages to kill him. Just then 4 more people come in from him and surround Hayakawa. But suddenly their nose start bleeding, and all 4 are killed one by one. Hayakawa gets shocked seeing this. On the other hand, we see Makima and she comes out smiling. After this, Hayakawa goes ahead into the building, where he meets Sawatari on the way, and she stands in the middle to block his way. Now, Hayakawa tells her to surrender, but she orders the snake to spit out the hand ghost. Seeing this, Hayakawa also gets ready to face her, but we see that Sawatari's nose is bleeding. After this, the hand ghost starts attacking Hayakawa. Then Hayakawa also confronts her with the help of his sword and cuts off many of her hands. Therefore, Sawatari notices that his moves have improved. Then Future Devil tells Hayakawa that if he will use his power, his right eye will see a silver in the future. However, Hayakawa does not use his power and confronts the hand ghost again with his sword. But actually, facing the hand ghost was not that easy. So, Hayakawa seems weak in front of her. But this time, he cannot stand in front of her for long, because the hand ghost now starts attacking him even more aggressively. She starts wounding Hayakawa, and holds his neck in her hand. Now, Hayakawa is unable to do anything and Sawatari orders the hand ghost to strangle him to death. On hearing this, the hand ghost starts strangling Hayakawa. But now he is unable to do anything to save himself and passes out. He starts remembering the times he spent with Himeno. She asked Hayakawa to smoke a cigarette, but he refuses to smoke, saying that cigarettes are bad for the bones. So, he doesn't want it. To which Himeno says that she has a feeling that they will be teammates for a long time. That's why she really hopes that he can smoke. Now after hearing this, Hayakawa is unable to refuse her and gets ready to smoke a cigarette. But he will smoke only this once in his life. Himeno becomes very happy listening this, and says that she will light it for him. Then Hayakawa says that she is making a minor smoke, so she is a terrible senior. She is shocked to hear this, as she did not know that he is still a minor. After this, she tells Hayakawa that if it is, of course he cannot smoke. So, she also becomes a little sad and takes back the cigarette from Hayakawa. However, she decides to keep this cigarette for him, and she will give it back when he is grown up and needs something to take the edge off. In the next scene, Hayakawa has freed himself from the hands of the ghost devil, but he is still missing Himeno. That's why he is very sad. Suddenly, he realizes that the ghost devil has something for him, because it had clenched its fist in front of him. So, Hayakawa is also surprised by this. Now, even the ghost devil has completely calmed down. That's why Sawatari is also surprised to see this, because even she does not understand what is happening here. Now, Hayakawa also wants to know what is in the ghost devil's fist. After this, the ghost devil opens its fist, in which there was a cigarette. This increases Hayakawa's astonishment even more. He immediately checks with that cigarette, on which Easy Revenge was written. Hayakawa then raises his sword, and he starts going towards the ghost devil. He says that Ghost Devil has no eyes, but what it sees is fear. That's what Senior Himeno told him. Now, he comes on top of the Ghost Devil, but during this time, even the Ghost Devil was not doing anything to him. This shocks even Sawatari herself. Hayakawa then goes to kill the Ghost Devil. He was still missing Himeno, so he says that he will join her soon. Now, Hayakawa kills the Ghost Devil with his sword, after which, the Ghost Devil's head falls down, and Sawatari can't do anything about it. Now, she wants to use her snake to kill Hayakawa, but at this moment Kobni comes here and puts a knife on her neck to kill her. Still, Hayakawa stops Kobni to kill Sawatari. Now, Sawatari is unable to do anything because of this. Then Hayakawa comes to Kobni and asks why she stayed at public safety. She gets a little sad hearing this, and then says that because they will get their bounces soon. On the other hand, Denji and Power are still inside the elevator. They are going toward the top floor, but Power has one of the zombies' severed hands and begins to eat it. But Denji doesn't like this thing at all, to which Power says that meat is meat, so pork, beef, or human are all the same. Hearing this, Denji tells Power that it is totally different. But Power doesn't like Denji's talk, so they both start fighting with each other. Then Denji tries to convince Power and says that their job is to capture Katana Man, so she should better not eat him when they do. Meanwhile, both come to floor number 7. There is a herd of zombies in front of them. Denji gets very scared seeing this. However, they have not noticed them. So, Denji tells Power not to make any loud noises. But Power does not listen to him, and she immediately shouts to attract their attention. Now, Denji gets scared because of this. But Power was not afraid of them at all. She tells him to follow her and watch her back. But Denji doesn't even come out of the elevator and immediately starts going toward the top floor. Now, Power starts attacking these zombies, but she doesn't know that Denji has gone, and she moves on killing zombies. Meanwhile, a powerful and tall zombie appears in front of her, but Power was still not feeling any fear, because she thinks that she's the strongest, and then kills that tall zombie too. On the other hand, Denji still happens to be in the elevator, but he doesn't care about Power at all, and after some time he reaches floor number 13. Denji understood that there would be danger. That's why he becomes completely ready. Now when he opens the door of the elevator, he finds Katana Man in front of him. But Katana Man stops Denji to do anything, because he wants to talk with him first. Hearing this, Denji comes out of the elevator. Then Katana Man tells him that they are willing to surrender depending on his attitude, because all they want is closure for their anger. But Denji doesn't understand why he is saying such things. Then Katana Man tells him that Denji killed their friends and his grandpa, so they want him to pay for that. To which Denji says that he killed his buddies and grandpa because they turned into zombies. But hearing this, Katana Man starts getting angry on him. He tells Denji that uneducated idiots are always quick to lie. But even if that were true, zombies were once human. So he asks Denji if he doesn't feel guilty for killing them. But Denji replies that not a bit. Hearing this, Katana Man smiles and then says that Sawatari had made some changes on him, so his heart seems to have been replaced with the Katana Devils. But even after that, he cannot sleep well when he killed zombies by accident. So he thinks that Denji has lost his human heart, because if he has any semblance of a human conscience left, he should let them kill him. Hearing this, Denji thinks about it for a while, but still doesn't like it. Because of this, Katana Man gets angry at Denji and decides to cut him down. Seeing this, Denji also starts his chainsaws. Both start fighting, breaking the building and start falling down. But this time Denji blocks the Katana Man's attack and tells him that he thought he was going to cut him. Now because of this, Katana Man gets even more angry with him and then throws him over a building. He then tries to attack Denji, but Denji defends himself from his attack. However, Katana Man gets very angry on him, so he starts attacking Denji with his katana. But this time Denji was also fully prepared to face him. That's why he saves himself from every attack of Katana Man. In this way, a great fight starts between them. But Denji can't hold Katana Man for long, and Katana Man punches him and throws him on the train. But Katana Man is not ready to leave him easily. That's why he also comes on the train. After this, Denji stands up to face him again. Seeing this, Katana Man tells him that Denji's moves are faster now, but what he is fighting for, to which Denji says that he wants to protect the life he has now. Then Katana Man says that means the people in public safety are enjoying their lives a lot. Hearing this, Denji says that one of them is annoying and the other is a brat, but overall he is happy with it, so he will finish him real quick to have Makima commend him. After listening to him, Katana Man smiles and says that Denji would not be able to beat him. Then Denji asks if he thinks he has already won, because he is not dead yet. This enrages Katana Man even more and both start attacking each other again. But now Denji was so mad at him, so he constantly blocks his attack and starts attacking with high speed. Suddenly Katana Man throws Denji away with his powerful punch. Still, Denji stands up again to face him. Suddenly Katana Man attacks and both of them fall inside the train. Now because of them, all the passengers get very scared and immediately start running from there. Meanwhile, it is decided to stop the train to save all the passengers. Then Katana Man starts attacking Denji again, injuring him badly. Meanwhile, Katana Man is about to kill a lady, but Denji extends his hand to save her. Because of this, one of his hands is cut off. After this, the lady runs away from there. Then Denji tells Katana Man that he should try something new. Hearing this, Katana Man attacks with his high speed and cuts off Denji's other hand as well. In this way, he is badly injured. So, Katana Man thinks he has defeated Denji, because both his hands are cut off, so he cannot fight anymore. After this, Katana Man tells Denji that before his death, he should apologize for killing his grandpa. But then Denji once again stands up to face him and says that he can still fight, because he still has the chainsaw on his head. Seeing this, Katana Man also gets ready to face him. So, as soon as Denji comes to attack him, he attacks him with his katana, due to which Denji's last chainsaw also breaks. Katana Man asks Denji if his grandpa did not teach him when to quit. Now, Katana Man asks Denji to apologize to his grandpa, and he will end his misery, to which Denji says that Katana Man carefully aimed for his head. Then Katana Man realizes that Denji has torn his body in 2 parts. Denji asks if his grandpa did not teach him that a beast should never trust a hunter. But now Katana Man could not do anything and falls down badly injured. After some time, Katana Man wakes up, who has now come in his human form. Then he learns that he has been chained. Now, Denji appears in front of him and tells him that he is the same as him, because when he pulled out his katana, his body went back to one piece. Still, Katana Man was very angry and he wants to kill Denji, to which Denji says that losers are always the loudest, but he has to stick around until the police show up for him. Just then he realizes that there is something he is upset about. Denji tells Katana Man that he killed his senior Hyuno, so it is all his fault, because there's one less pretty girl in the world. Denji asks him if he will live out his life in prison without being sorry. However, he doesn't think that is fair. Then Katana Man asks as if he can do anything about it, because he is just a public safety's dog. Hearing this, Denji thinks about it for a while, and then he gets an idea. After this, he decides to hold a tournament. Hearing this, Katana Man starts getting worried. Hayakawa also shows up just then and asks Denji about the tournament. Seeing him, Denji says that he has come at the perfect time. Now, Hayakawa contacts the police and tells that the target is under control on the train tracks in front of the clock tower. Denji asks Hayakawa if he wants to participate in his tournament, because it is the ultimate tournament, to which Hayakawa asks what exactly he is talking about. Then Denji says that this guy shot Senior Hyuno, so they should give him nut shots too, and that is the tournament, because they will take turns kicking him in the balls, and whoever gets the loudest scream out of him before the cops show up is the winner. Hearing this, Katana Man gets scared and asks if they are really serious. Denji smiles upon seeing this, but then Hayakawa sits down in despair. Then Denji asks him if he is playing or not, to which Hayakawa says that their job is to capture him, but not to torture him to feel good, because doing that won't make Senior Hyuno happy. But then he takes out the cigarette and asks Denji what he will get if he wins, to which Denji replies that his balls. After this, both start going towards Katana Man and he tries to stop them from doing so. On the other hand, Kishibe and all the devils are outside the building, where all the terrorists had surrendered. But on the other hand, Denji and Hayakawa have started kicking Katana Man's balls, so he is screaming a lot. Hayakawa is wondering if Hyuno can hear this in heaven, because it is a requiem from them. In the next scene, we see Makima with her senior. She reports that this terrorist attack was instigated by a former civilian devil hunter named Akane Sawatari, because she made the contract with the gun devil and distributed guns to the Yakuza. So in return, they said Sawatari wanted the chainsaw devil's heart. Now, her senior asks why Sawatari wanted its heart, but Makima could not find any information about it, because before they could obtain the information, Sawatari committed suicide. So, Makima tells the senior it may be an involuntary suicide, because of her contract with the gun devil. She reveals that they have seized 1.4 kilos of gun devil flesh from inside the building, and after they combined it with the 5 kilos in their possession, it finally started to move towards the gun devil itself. Hearing this, the senior asks towards where it is moving. In the next scene, Denji, Power, and Hayakawa are together. At this time, all three are not worried about anything, so they are enjoying a lot of together. They go for shopping together and have drinks after coming home. After some time, Denji and Power get drunk. Now, Hayakawa comes out of the room and sits in the balcony, where he takes out a cigarette, looks at it, and then smokes it. Denji was sleeping comfortably. Suddenly he starts seeing the same place in his dream, where he lived with Pachita. Denji moves forward and comes to a door with some papers hanging on it. He realizes that it is the same dream again, but the dream he always has and always forgets. Meanwhile, he hears the voice of Pachita, so a smile comes on his face and he asks it to come out, because at least he wants to touch it in his dream. After this, he goes to open the door, but then he hears a voice which tells him not to open it no matter what. Next day, we see a girl. She remembers Denji asking which he think is better, country mouse or city mouse.